Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 63 of DragonMetal Saga. Wow. We're coming in on, how many did we end up having for Isles of the Mist? I think it was like 88, 89, something like that.
I thought it was 83.
Were streamed, yes.
80 something. Yeah. I think it was 83 episodes streamed, 89 episodes total, including what we did prior.
Oh, okay, right on.
Something like that. Something.
Coming up on it in a while, but things are heating up. Interesting things are afoot. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I do that a lot. So hi guys, I'm StormyD, your host and dungeon master. Welcome to Storm Saga Games, and these are my amazing friends and significant others, and the players in this epic game of Dungeons and Dragons. And thank you, formerly Kits here, formerly, I forget what you were formerly, and then formerly Leafy, and now you're back to a version of Leafy, and I'm just going to call you Leafy from now on, Leafy. So there you go. We appreciate you. And Bubba, big stormy hugs for you as well.
And White's here.
White's here? I totally missed it. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, big guy. There you are. You stealthed right on in there. Big hugs to you.
Bunny.
And Bunny's here. It's the crazy dinosaur lady.
Oh, Jesus. Why is she holding your face?
All right, let's do some intros. Since Bunny wants to do the intro for the Paladin, let's go with her first.
Go and read your list while she's there.
Yeah.
And Druid plays Thyra, daughter of Tyr. Descendant of the Valkyrie Gwenhwyvar, Rune Knight Fighter, and Oath of Justice Paladin. Wielder of Raven's Edge, member of the Freelancers. Hold on, wait, stop moving. The Diviner of Smites, the Slayer of Demons, Eater of Meats, Destroyer of Cisterns, Bonker of Heads, Demander of Sandwiches, Wearer of Yoga Pants, Protector of the Great Helm of Galadun the Brilliant, and Defeater of Dragons.
A shaker of birds.
And did you forget to add on Slayer of Emperor Ghouls?
Yeah, I did. CEO Ghouls.
What'd you say?
Shay calls them the CEO Ghouls.
CEO Ghouls.
CEO Ghoul. I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. So then next is the Beholder boy over there. That's you, BT. Your shirt is a beholder.
I was like, wait, what? I don't pay attention to what shirt I put on.
No, I figured that was the case.
Hi, I'm BT, aka BananaTom, and I play Sindri, the rock gnome sorcerer. That's it. There's no lists here.
Well said.
No shaking of birds.
And the lady with the lady with the purple shirt and the StarKitty on it.
Hi everybody, I am itsStarKitty, and I play Shae, the great elf ranger, Drake Gordon, ranger with a dragon named Milo, and also writer of journals.
And in epic cosplay right over there, we have that's you, Fate.
Hello, everybody. I'm extirpatefate. I am playing Merrik, who is a spell-slinging wizard, with his bestest little tiny pal, Echo, and Sindri. They both follow. You see how? Did she just get like super? Oh yeah.
Saw it on the monitor, she turned and looked right at you, and now she's on a murderous rage.
Hide him from her. She'll get him.
She's like, let me at him. Like, legit, like, dangling. Oh, you cannot shoot her.
Hey, you need to be mindful when you're swinging your chair and they're trying to get to her bowl, and she's just like, yeah. She kept
So-
reaching for it.
I know you showed him before, but would you mind standing up and showing him the rest of the costume? Because it's really cool, especially the badass belt setup that you got going on.
Yeah, hang on.
He
Oh
can't
man,
hear
I
now.
made him
He
get
can
up.
talk shit.
I'm
I
sorry,
can
buddy.
fucking hear you.
You can hear me,
Yeah.
but they can't. You can't hear them.
What makes you think I
Stuff,
can't hear
stuff,
them?
stuff. I'm saying stuff. I'm saying stuff.
What?
Stuff.
See, look at that. He looks like he's ready for battle. He stole Thyra's belt of giant strength.
I want Morcus's belt of giant strength.
That's right.
Oh
That's
man, is that a belt of holding?
It is. It's a belt of holding. Don't sit down with all that shit in your belt, dude. It's gonna.
He can't hear you. Can he?
Ow! Oh God, that must be painful. He just jammed himself in the spleen with the pen.
No, that's a
Craft knife.
X-Acto blade.
Yeah. I mean, we do say stick him with the pointy end, but geez.
We about had to quit the show today so you could take him to the ER.
Oh, he would have to drive himself because I don't drive. I would just be putting pressure on the wound the whole time.
Oh, if I hurt myself? Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
I mean,
I've done
you
that.
got super
I've done that
glue,
already.
right?
I have bled all over, but I cleaned it up and clearly didn't do nearly good enough job.
The blood trail. I walk into the apartment and there's a fucking blood trail, and I'm like, the fuck?
I almost cut my finger off.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
Yeah, it did.
I've
We
witnessed
had a
you
little bit
almost
of
chop your
audio
fingers
drop
off.
out from them. I don't know why that was.
People
Is
cannot
there-
see the birds jamming out.
Is there you're using the whatchamacallit software, right? The
Voice changer.
voice mod?
Yeah.
Does it have a built-in
Master volume? Yeah.
No, that's not what I was does it have a built-in I clicked the wrong thing.
Noise gate?
Limiter.
Yeah, does it have a built-in limiter filter that maybe it's
it's-
activating?
No, that's turned off. Yep.
That's weird. Okay. Well, no worries. Anyway, so that's all the folks and intro or recap of last week. So our heroic adventures. By the way, Whiteseer, if you're still here, how far along are you? Have you caught up yet? And looks like Druid has something to ask or say.
Oh, no. I was just saying bye to him.
Oh, he left? Okay, all right. I was just wondering how far he is. So, where were we? Yeah, recap of last week. The heroes had already defeated the Ghoul Hive and had rendezvoused with the client, which turned out to be Queen Evelyn of Necropostophon, the undead city. Well, really, technically, I mean, there's one bit of thing I did not describe for you guys. I should have probably, and we'll do that tonight. But they rendezvoused with her and had a nice chat with her, and reported back on how they completed the mission. And she apologized for sending them on a harder mission than she thought it would be, and told them there would be a nice bonus in store for them. And it basically asked if they were willing to have a chat with her friend and confidant and consultant, the King of Midnight, or as she calls him, Mr. Midnight or Master Midnight. And she clarified that he is a lich, but a unique kind of lich that that basically turned himself into a lich, not for nefarious purposes like most liches, but for the purpose of preserving the history of the world and doing his best to help it come back to what it once was. And he was a really cool, creepy, glowing purple lich in a black cloak. Check out the thumbnail, guys, because the AI did a really good job. It took me a few tries, but that particular one, it looks badass. I like it a lot. And they were surprised that, so the paladin got to use her fancy new ability of detecting evil, detected no evil from him, and they basically chatted up and they had food and drink with the queen, and then they went off to rest, I think, and that's where we left off. Am I missing anything? Nope. Okay.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Other than them exploring our mansion as well. Right.
That's right. You gave Midnight didn't want to check it out, but
Evelyn did.
Evelyn did, and she was impressed and really enjoyed the experience. And
and we were going to give them some food.
Right. You were going to give them some of the food from your stores in the mansion. So let's do individual recaps of what stood out most to your characters from last week. Here we go. Sindri.
Having never met a lich, it's definitely interesting. Definitely had cool looking eyes. Kinda hope we don't meet one that's not good. Just got the vibe that he was a little bit on the powerful side. I'm sure we could handle it though. I don't know what's next around here, but at some point I kind of want to have a go at infusing some magic into that spare stuff I've got. Keep forgetting to do it. Anyway, I should probably ask Merrik if he wants to join with Merrik?
Yeah?
I have something you might want to help with later.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a perfect pass off then to Merrik.
This fucking place. We're gonna be here for some time, aren't we? I guess I could do a lot of reading. As should you all. Read your books I gave you. Thank me later. I gotta work on some spells. I have an idea. Sindri wants some help with some stuff. I'm excited. I don't know what he wants. I'm kind of scared. That's okay. But I do have a plan for a spell. I wonder if Mr. Midnight would have some ideas on it. Or I should just keep it to myself. In case I have to use that spell on Mr. Midnight. I don't think so. But a lich? Really? Come on, man. I get it, though. I'd probably do the same thing, but just less spooky. I shouldn't say that loud for Shae to hear. She might have an aversion to that. But think of all the things I could do. I don't want to stay here, though, so I'll do it later. Nah. You reckon with your new fancy bow thing, think you can fire divine light at range with it? Your big, heavy. Did you hit?
I imagine so.
I'm not surprised it was as bland as it was. Anyway, where's my coffee? I set it down somewhere. Shae, please help.
Thyra.
The operation that they have here is quite admirable and impressive.
The what is admirable and impressive?
The operation that they have here.
Right.
Stood out to her.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dear Journal, it's me, Shae. We got to see Miss Evelyn again. Shae is still trying to understand how she is dead, but not dead at the same time. Shae doesn't know if she should like or not like her. Shae is confused. P.S. There is a group of living people in Miss Evelyn's home. We cleared out the Abbey so this group of people can start a new life there. Shae wishes them the best. P.P.S. Mr. Midnight was not what Shae was expecting. But Journal, Shae kept it together and did not, I repeat, did not attack the Lich as much as Shae wanted to. It was good to be in. Head pats, please. Actually, this is the closest that Shae's been to a Lich. They're super creepy, and look how they have been seen in the moving pictures Shae has been watching. Super accurate. Maybe next time Shae sees Mr. Midnight, she will ask him if he likes to dance, like in the game Tomb of the Dancing Lich. Shae's observation. Journal. Miss Thyra's rock transformation ability was only a one-time thing. Sad face.
I can literally see Fate going through all the files.
Yeah, me too.
Dancing Lich.
He's like sifting through them so fast.
I haven't even gotten it. Say it again.
Tomb of the Dancing Lich.
I don't know.
It's not a direct play on words. I had to like move things around to get it to work. But it's Crypt of the Necrodancer.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's a rhythm game.
Oh.
Yeah. Nope. Wouldn't have known. That's nice. What's the name of the game?
Crypt of the Necrodancer.
It's a rhythm game, huh?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Steam.
It sounds like a cool game.
Yeah, it's a rhythm game.
Interesting.
It's been recommended to me by like quite a few people, so I do like rhythm games.
Right on.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, thank you guys for coming. We're gonna jump into the RP and go chat dark, mostly. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful, enjoy the show. And I'll say that the next day comes after you all. I don't think there was any role playing you wanted to do, and you're resting that evening, right?
Question.
Yeah.
When it comes to, when it comes to reading the book officially to get that stat boost, it's not a collective. Is it a collective 24 hours or is it a 24-hour run? Like you got to read it in one go.
I think it's a collective.
I feel it's collective as well.
question, actually. Let me.
Because
But
Shae would be very tired if she had to sit and read for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, it seems kind of.
Even though Shae only
And
needs
it'd be
4 hours of
impossible for
rest.
Sindri to do. Like telling Druid to sit and read for 24 hours. It's never going to happen.
Thyra
actually,
would probably give it to the invisible servant and go, read it to me.
Depends what your hyperfixation is on that day, I suppose, but
Yeah.
not when someone's gone, here, read this.
Yeah, if I had to, if I was forced, then it's just like, how dare you force me to read this? Well, you have food on your foot, D.
Double checking that. That's a good question.
Clean yourself up.
Hmm.
Just a thought,
Are you
as
looking?
what people are thinking those things.
Hmm.
If we ever found a waterfall that we needed to get down, could you use cone of cold to freeze it and then use it as a giant slide? Random thought of the day.
or fly.
Oh, interesting. I might
Always
actually
an
have it
option
wrong for 5e.
Sliding.
Looks like for 5e, it's 48 hours. But it's over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines for dexterity. Yeah. So, I don't think it's different for any other books. I would assume that it's the same. So it's actually, at least if we're going by 5e rules, it's they made it longer. It used to be only, like in the old days, it was 24 hours, but you know, we never really stopped to think about it like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with what they say for 5e. We'll say it's you guys have to study it for 48 hours, but it can be done over a 6-day period. No longer than 6 days. It has to be done in those 6 days. Which makes sense. It's a big deal, you know.
That's 8 hours a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
6 days of college. No
Yeah,
breaks.
so for each of them though, it's not like it's I don't know. Yeah, that does seem kind of 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day for 6 days.
Not all of us are like Merrik.
I'm gonna do a house rule on that and just stick to the old school 24 hours. And I am gonna do a variation though that, you know, you can study it over a week's period of time, as long as you have studied it fully for 24 hours.
That's roughly 3.5 hours a day.
Yeah, that's more doable.
That's a viable. Like, 48 hours in 6 days is a hell of a long time. It's basically like we're going to take a week to do nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the way it reads is you're not just reading it, you're actually practicing the things that it says. So it's almost like it doesn't actually magically imbue you. It's actually changing you because you're just training. But that doesn't really make sense for like charisma and wisdom. Wisdom yet does, I guess.
Basically, the strength one is just kind
Strength
of like
definitely doesn't make sense.
run through all
Reading
these
the
workouts.
Yeah.
Which Thyra does already. So if that's
Right.
the case, then my strength should be at like 32.
No.
She wishes, but no.
Yeah. So
She's looking at it going, what is this? 10 squats? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you got to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats,
Spots.
and,
10K.
and run
Yeah.
run a kilometer every day.
Thyra's looking at it, going 10 squats. She's like, I'll do 20 pistol squats.
All right.
Tell me
So
what that is.
So with that, then Merrik has just started that night and do a couple hours. And we'll probably maintain the routine of 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening until it's done.
so you want to get it done a little faster? Okay.
Yeah. And it's
Not
all mental.
surprising.
It's what
Definitely fits
Yeah.
your character.
And with it being like intelligence for me, like it's just, I imagine it's just solving complex equations in Arcane. It's like Bitcoin, but for magic.
And occasionally I'll throw in there a little riddle for you to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd imagine Shae would probably like, take the book into the gym area and just be like, okay, dance around with her sword.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we'll just say that
that's all
the
I got.
next morning, you all come out of your super secret home that you shared with, you know what I just realized? Yeah, I'm gonna retcon one thing slightly. I'm gonna say that you found 5 books that day, and that the 5th book was for wisdom, and you gave it to Avery. Because she was with you guys, and she'd be kind of feeling left out that you took the best books and she didn't get one. So.
Paladin, it would be best if it was charisma for her, but
Not necessarily. I mean, you need to have decent wisdom. Oh, I'm thinking 3.5 paladins on that.
Well,
or constitution.
she gets
for her.
last choice.
Why
Mary
don't
has
you
the
give-
books out, nobody
I would
else
say
did.
give her con.
Yeah,
if you
it'll
wanna
be
do it,
con.
give her
Yeah,
con.
It'll be con.
Yeah.
because that's good for every character. Period. Yeah. So. All right. So, so the next morning comes and Queen Avalyn greets you guys with breakfast. Well, no, she knows that you guys are gonna do your own food thing, and you're gonna offer food to help her people. And so, but she does greet you in the morning to give you a tour of the city because she didn't get to do that the previous day. And this is where I'll share a detail that you didn't really notice when you were just viewing the city from above from her castle. Along the walls and the towers on the outskirts, again, like I said, it's this place is naturally fortified by the rocky mountains that surround it, but they still have walls set up and towers and stuff. And you're kind of shocked because as you're wandering about, you realize that she has a small army of undead manning the walls and protecting the people here. And you're little, of course, Shae's really freaked out. You guys are a little freaked out, but she made it clear to you that they're animated by her, and she also makes it clear to you that many of the undead that she has animated previously had become husks. Not all, and not all husks were undead that she animated. But she found the process fascinating and interesting. And she's like, and the undead that you see here were not ones that were that she took control of. They weren't animated by the Black Rain. They were undead that she animated. And so you're still a little trepidatious, but in the end, I mean, the people do need to be protected. So you sort of understand, and it's like you look at it like there's just sort of a resource. And you do find it interesting because, again, the paladin can detect evil, and I'm assuming that she would. She doesn't detect any evil from the undead that have been animated by. They're just sort of neutral.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, do they have names?
She says, yes, of course. Why would I not name my friends that I've brought back from the ground?
Are these the Franks or the Steves that you were talking about yesterday?
Oh, they're a mix. There's also Gary's and Jerry's and I have lots of.
Oh.
Any named Philip?
No, I haven't used Philip yet, she says. I'll have to think about that.
I see what you did there, BT.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he sat there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure if she animated a beholder skeleton, it would be Philip.
Yeah, without a doubt. I see you trying to hide the bird. That's hilarious.
She just attacked my hair.
So that's what she does. She gives you a tour of the city. You can see where they're building things, and you find it really amazing because so the undead aren't great at building things. They're good at just sort of protecting. But the husks are great at building things. And what you find fascinating is the husks seem perfectly content and actually quite happy to be building buildings, even though they technically don't even need them. And most of the work that they're doing, or some of the work that they're doing, is for the direct benefit of the living people, the refugees. But they do occupy buildings that again, as I described, they're rebuilding the city from towards the castle outward, and most of those buildings in the center area have been rebuilt and are occupied by other husks. More just they're just getting used to trying to live a societal way, even though they don't really have any need to. They seem to really love routine and just having busy work to do. It keeps them satisfied. But she understands that you guys are going to be. During your dinner the previous night, you told her that you were going to be working on these magical manuals to improve your abilities, and it's going to take some time. And she's like, "Oh, well, that's a perfect way to spend your time while you're here." Otherwise, she was worried that you'd be bored. And she says, if you when you need a break from studying the manuals and want other stuff to do, if you want to, help some of the people with their building, or some of the refugees, they'll go. She says that she sends out refugees with a patrol of undead where they basically go hunting for something edible, and yeah.
So during her break of her studies, Thyra would want to go down to the refugees, and because she grew up on a farm, would try to see if there is anything that she could try to help salvage when it comes to farming, and then she would also sit with anybody and share stories that was told to her from her parents.
Gotcha.
And that kind of thing.
Yeah. And you realize that you understand when you do that, you fully understand why Evelyn is concerned for the refugees and why she's taking the measure of taking over that abbey on their behalf, is because this land doesn't really have any potential for farming. And so they're sort of living on borrowed time as far as that go. Luckily, in the back part of the mountains behind the castle, there's a nice river and a small lake where they can do some fishing. But it's tough, and they do some hunting and fishing, like I had said, and so they've been able to just get by. But eventually, as the refugees continue as their numbers swell, that lake and the surrounding fauna are not going to be enough, because in this world there's a limited amount of fauna that's huntable, and so that's why they really need a place of their own. It's got fertile land, and that abbey seems like the perfect spot. And the people are really grateful for your stories. And do you do it in full regalia with your wings out, or do you use your disguise to hide them?
It would be one of those things, like she would probably start off like disguised, and like as the week goes on, she'll like forget because she's just excited to go down there and interact with people. She would probably slip up at some point and forget.
I would say that
flying down there.
Yeah, I would say that Evelyn asks you to be careful about that, and do not slip out, and because of that, your character would not slip up, because
then she wouldn't.
Yeah, all right. I would say that the reason why, and she would ask you not to, is because she's worried that if you do, it will give them a false sense of hope that they can access the divinity, which isn't possible yet, and that it could end up causing them to create a cult in your name, which would be really bad.
It's already bad enough. Bad enough with Avery. Yeah, no, then she would make sure to keep herself.
Okay. Still, though, the fact that you tell them stories, which is part of your culture, they love that, and it's a very heroic thing to do. Very cool.
In Shae's free time, when she's not studying, she would go with Miss Thyra to talk to the refugees as well, but she would like to start sharing her knowledge on herbalism and like the herbs in the area, because she's familiar with Haunt Home as is. So, when they go out, she can be like, this is good, this is bad, stay away from this, don't ever stay 30 feet away from that one.
In that instance, both the refugees and Queen Evelyn are super thrilled by you offering that knowledge, because it's not knowledge that she had, even with her thousands of years of life. Well, not thousands, yeah, I guess more than. She tells you that she's over 2,000 years old, and that even with all that time, she studied a little bit of herbalism, but of course, worlds are different, and the fungi and plants and stuff are different, especially here. And so she's super grateful that you share that knowledge with them.
Yeah. Because
it turns out that will actually help them, through the winter in a way, and have less people die of starvation because of it.
I would help them try and at least start like a small little herb garden in like any pots. That way,
there's no soil nearby. I mean, I guess technically there's probably some soil by the lake if they want to bring it from a far away. They could do something like that. But the ground here is all rock. It's either rock or it's been paved over.
I wanted to help them kind of pot it. That way when they do move to the Abbey, they can start something over there.
Okay, all right. You both the paladin provides succor for them, and provides a much needed morale boost, while you provide practical, between the two of you, you raise the stakes for these people in a good way, and make a huge difference. And
what's Avery doing?
Again?
What's Avery doing?
Avery has had a lot happen to her during this time, especially, realizing, because you guys have shared. Refresh my memory. I know you shared, obviously, that you're a celestial origin, but didn't you also end up sharing with her that you're from the Barbary worlds? No? That hasn't...
I thought we had.
I thought you had too. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we may have implied, but never outright said anything.
No, the things that we kept quiet were the changes that were made from us. So that was all the big. We've never, the only people we have told that were from the Barbary world that didn't already find out, other than the dragons, is Grimbane. It's the only person we've directly told.
I think you're right. It's true. What secret? There was a secret that you shared besides her celestial origin, though. You remember what it was?
Oh, it was Milo being able to transform.
Oh, right. Okay.
And maybe it helps transform into a dragon.
Yeah, and Sindri being able to transform into a dragon as well.
Basically, it was basically in regards to all of you's capabilities and power and stuff like that. Hey, Wookiees. The apple butter. Okay, that sounds crazy kinky. All right. So where was I?
Apple butter.
Oh, yeah. So Avery has a lot to process, and so she is going to spend a lot of this time in kind of meditation and quiet contemplation and studying the book. But some of the days she does follow you guys down there, and she works alongside you in, providing comfort, healing,
Would she be using her healing powers?
Yeah, I mean, they know that, they know that there are special people that apparently can do healing stuff, but they've been kind of pre-prepped by Queen Evelyn. Because remember that on this world, people can do healing powers, but they just sort of assume that have druid in them.
Oh,
So.
okay. As long as they're not going to start some sort of cult around Avery either.
Yeah, no, yeah. I would assume that, basically she does, well, she can also do healing just with medicine too.
Yeah.
Just like your character can too. I'm assuming that during the week that you're there, you guys, I guess it's technically, how long is you guys' time frame now?
Yeah, like
I mean,
a month
not
now.
after this new level up, the previous one.
It was 4 times our proficiency.
And yeah, so 16 days.
Yeah.
And the mission took, what? 3?
3.
2.
2, yeah. So
We got there, we checked it out, we rested, we got there, we fucked shit up, and then we...
Then
So,
we rested, and then we went.
I think you rested twice, so I think it's actually
Yeah.
3 days.
This should be
Oh,
day 4, I think.
Yeah, this yeah, we are now, I believe, on the dawn of day 4.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you're gonna basically have like 12 days. You all, what now? What does Sindri and Merrik do during that time?
Sindri would absolutely not be doing like a 4-hour straight session of raiding, so he'd be doing like an hour of it whilst doing whatever he needs to do for that thing, break it off, go do something else, and doing that for the manual wise. In terms of helping the city or anything like that, he'd let know his tinkering skills, but other than that, he doesn't really have any knowledges for like rebuilding or farming or anything, or definitely doesn't have any healing magic.
Gotcha.
And
There-
failing on that as well, he'd also
There end
wanna-
up being some machinery that needs some repairs, some tinkering from you that you help with, Merrik can too with this missing smithing skills if he chooses to.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, if there's anything that needed to be like reforged together or like mended, like as for Merrik, it's as little as he can do because he's distracted with other things. To be
sure, but in the end, though, like all of you guys, you end up feeling, even what for some do a lot with these people and for these people, and some do a little bit less. But whichever the case may be, you come away from it feeling like this mission was something special. It was more than just clearing out an evil place of dark thing. I'm not finishing up the whole week. I'm just kind of jumping ahead with an idea, but and you will end up coming away from it feeling like, wow, this mission was special. We took some time and did humanitarian things instead of just battle, and we helped people in meaningful ways beyond just protecting them from evil shit. So Fate had a thing, and then I'll go to Druid.
You're gonna forget your thing. Okay. So during this time frame, of course, Merrik will be doing his manual thing. And with the refugees and everybody here, is there anybody who's apt with arcane, like any spellcaster? Anybody?
Yeah,
that can do anything
there
like
are a few that have some very, we're talking like level 2 and 3 spellcasters. Yeah.
Okay. So if they're level 2 and 3, then what, they'd have first and second level spells?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
I was just trying to see, was there anything that I have that I could like go here? This could be helpful.
Well, they have very basic knowledge, like almost anything that you help them with will be a boon. So
yeah,
perfect,
so
yeah.
I would share like the alarm spell for that. The highest would be 3rd level, right?
I don't think a 3rd level character has 3rd level spells. No.
No, they don't.
So the highest would be 2nd level.
Highest would be 2nd level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, anything that you want to share, even if it's just a couple of protective combat spells or protective defense spells, is useful.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of knowledge. They just picked up a little bit of knowledge in their survival. I mean, they have all kinds of horrible stories of what they've experienced out in the wasteland. And you realize they're all very young, too. Because, except for, that all these people, they're a mixture of humans and half-elves and with very little variation, and they're very young, and they basically are the survivors of small wandering nomad communities that would basically be always on the move to avoid wandering hordes of undead. And so they're very inexperienced about life and all kinds of things. So they could learn, they just absorb the shit out of anything you all teach them, and they love it.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'll do alarm, expeditious retreat, shield, and scorching ray.
Perfect.
So that way they have some aspect of being able to, defend a position and be alerted, have a way to defend themselves, a way to escape, and then a way to burn the bodies.
Right. We'll say that there was like a level 1, 2 level 2s, and a level 3. And one of the level 2s was a sorcerer, not a wizard. And you taught them all kinds of interesting things. Some of them you even taught how to scribe. They didn't even know how to do that. So that was helpful. Anything else?
And then throughout this time, I would like to study the teleportation magics and then share my custom spells with Mr. Midnight to get his opinion on them. and that would be all of them that I've done, from the mundane, like arcane rope to like the big heavy hitter.
Let me hold you there for a second. He does say, just so you know, that that first day after that night, he is still there doing some research, doing some work, and he he does, you know, show you the teleportation tech and answers questions and spends some time with you. But he has some stuff that he has to do elsewhere in his kingdom, and he ends up leaving that evening, so he's not there the rest of the time. But of course, he does explain that a lot of the teleportation tech wasn't really, like, he helped perfect some of the way he helped Queen Evelyn put it into the mechanical form of the device, but she is more of an expert of the actual spell stuff, and so you can actually end up learning more from her.
Yeah.
And so that's what
I didn't specifically anticipate that it was Mr. Midnight that did the teleportation stuff. It was, I want to learn the teleportation stuff, and I'm going to share with Mr. Midnight my spells.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Okay,
whoever-
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, whoever that is.
So you
if-
go specifically to Mr. Midnight and want to share your spells with him?
Yeah, talk shop. I mean, he's
That's
old
really
as
cool.
fuck
I
and
want to do that.
Powerful
So
as well.
I'm gonna pause you there and then go over to Druid and see what Druid had to say.
Yeah.
Another thing that Thyra would do is also combat training with people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Daily, like
Avery
combat
too,
training.
yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Shae as well. Sindri.
They would be teaching them survival skills.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, survival, hunting, sneaking, all that stuff. Sindri.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
I'd just be, whenever me and Merrik are free, I'd want to try infusing some magic into the spare stuff that I specifically bought ages ago to try and put a spell into.
Okay.
And just because it's the first thing he knows he wants, because it's something that Shae's asked for, he wants to put Burning Hands into the staff, just because the staff's the first thing he's got access to. And he knows that's the spell she wants, because she wants a flamethrower.
So roll me both your arcane knowledge or your arcana check, and also your whatever you use for your tinkering. Whoa. Well, there he is. He must have dropped the die.
Did.
I roll on the floor. For Arcana, I've got a 14.
Okay.
Let's go with that for this. So, Sleight of Hand, what I use for my tinkering. And that's a dirty 20 for Sleight of Hand.
Gotcha. So you were so close. You end up being like, again, before you had left, you had studied a lot of the basic enchanting techniques from the guild, and you thought you were going to be able to do this, but something eludes you just barely. Now, what's your question?
If the first attempt didn't work, he does recall being told that the sorcery, like trickery things that you can do with magic, might help. So his second attempt would be using heightened spell. So
Right,
essentially
right.
what
The
you would
thing
use
is
to give
that-
disadvantage on the thing.
Right, to enchant it, like you're practicing something for a few hours every day to get there, and it actually takes up the whole time. So you don't actually get a second attempt until you get back.
Okay.
It's a big deal to enchant something and infuse it with magic
Oh yeah, I'm
permanently.
saying just put that there so it's there for attempt number 2.
Right. Yeah. So I'll tell you what's eluding your character is that. As a sorcerer, you there's a special utility spell. I don't know if it even exists in 5th Ed. It definitely did in 3.5. Let me double check real quick here.
If it's for enchanting, would it be an artificer spell in 5e?
You realize after you've done all of the rituals and all of the exercise and everything that you need to do, that what you lack to really finish the job is an actual spell called permanency. And the only way you'll ever succeed at enchanting a magical item, like you've gotten down pat all of the other steps to get to that point, but it requires permanency. And as a sorcerer, you know, it's a big deal to potentially use up that slot for that kind of spell. But
You also can't specifically learn a spell.
right. You can't make yourself learn the spell like the wizard can, but when you level up, when you experience up, you could swap out a spell or learn that spell. And so it'll be up to you to kind of make that choice when the time comes. If you want to be able to be self-sufficient and enchant things on your own, or if you want to work hand in hand with Merrik, who can just, you know, throw the spell in his spell book.
Okie dokie.
Out of curiosity, would that be something that Avalon would know? Or would that be something that
She would
Mr.
definitely
Midnight
have
would know?
the permanency spell, and she'd be happy to share it with you. And she explains to you you're going to need it, obviously, if you're ever to make a teleportation device like what she's, you know.
Yeah.
In general, though, the teleportation circle magic tech, the spell itself is, I think it's not beyond you, right?
I can technically learn teleport right now.
Right.
Based
Well,
off of-
you can learn teleport, but can you? Let me double check what teleportation circle. And that could be again getting
Nice.
it
Yeah,
mixed
it's the
up with
same thing.
3.5. Is it?
Yeah. I believe so. Oh no, teleport is
it's
just
not.
a single action. No, you're right. It is.
Yeah, they're
It is
always
different.
It's a fifth
different. So
level spell,
teleport
it's
is
teleportation
just a one-off
circle.
7th level spell.
Just
you can
to go,
basically
yeah.
use whenever
There it
you
is.
want. The teleportation circle is actually a lower level spell. It's actually a 5th level spell.
Mhm.
The thing is, many major temples, guilds, and other important places have permanent teleportation circles inscribed somewhere. So you can make a duration 1 round. So oh yeah, it even says it at the bottom of the spell. You can create a permanent teleportation circle by casting this spell in the same location every day for 1 year. You need to not use the circle to teleport when you cast this spell in this way. I'm gonna also add on to this as a house rule that you can also cast permanency on a teleportation circle, which does the same thing, because that's the whole freaking point of permanency.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you both are like, okay, interesting. Like, you know, so there you go. Now we were gonna do a role play, you and I. You go down that evening before he's gonna leave and have a chat with the legendary King of Midnight, who just, you know, is just Mr. Midnight to you or to Queen Evelyn.
Well, looky here who we have in my lab today. It's a pleasure to see you again. Thank you for being forthcoming and with the dinner that we had. The other, oh, that was last night, yes.
You're welcome.
So, what can I share with you today? By the way, if you want to, how have your studies been? Have you had a chance to look at the teleportation circles and the device itself?
And we'll just say
That
you
would be
guys kind of talk about
technically
that,
no.
and he shows you and stuff. We don't have to role play that part.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
And after you guys have chatted about that, he gives you some pointers and tells you what to ask Evelyn, since she's more of the expert on that kind of thing. And he says, after all, like, she created the planar portal that brought her here. So that's how good she is. He admits that, he's a badass, but he says that she's got him down pat when it comes to certain kinds of knowledges. Like, she's been around a whole lot longer, and he finds her fascinating. He says that I might be interesting because I'm spooky looking, but she's truly a unique creature, probably in many multiverses.
Absolutely. I was just wondering if I could, I don't know if I could actually pick your brain, technically, but metaphorically. I developed a knack for creating my own spells. I was just curious to know what your thoughts on.
That's impressive. You are a natural prodigy, then, I see.
I have been told such.
Well, I look forward to seeing what you can do in the future.
He sounded really spooky and creepy in that moment, but you can tell that he can't help it.
Yeah, and it's very obvious to him that Merrik is still a little uncomfortable, but he knows he's not in any danger. But he's he is trying very hard not to project that he's uncomfortable, which is very much showing that he is. But this is new to him. I mean, honestly, dude, you're a lich in a city of undead. And that's bad normally, so this is confusing for me. Yes.
So, have you guys had a chance to look at the picture yet? The thumbnail?
Yeah, I like it. That's super cool.
My phone's over there.
BT doesn't have his phone, does he?
No,
that's right.
So I just go over from my lowest level spell up to my highest level. Though I understand a handful of these are going to be probably relatively mundane, but at the same time, I feel that all levels of magic should be explored, and there are quite a few useful things that are lower level that are kind of just for fun. But you get my point. So I share with him anchoring rope, creating a 60-foot rope with a magical anchor that can't be removed. I share with him Glimpse Beyond, which gives us the one round of being able to view the ethereal plane. I show him, Elemental Infusion, which adding the different elements to the weapon that I'm holding, but specifically being able to really shift the element at will.
He's impressed by all of their spells, especially the Elemental Infusion. He's like, that's handy.
And then we start getting into the heavy hitters. And then I show him Mire of the Forsaken, which is the vitriolic, gross, sticky flames.
Right. The gooey flames, right.
The gooey flames, yeah. Basically just napalm.
His purple eyes light up bright at that. He's like, that's nasty.
Just you wait for the other one. I show him Sonic Boom, which is going to be the shatter, and then the secondary push wave of 10 feet.
Right.
I'm going to save Spellweaver's stance for last, mainly because Merrik was directly told that is terrifying to know. Don't teach anybody that. So he's gonna wait. Then he's gonna show him his biggest heavy hitter, Iron Barrage, which is the single target steel wind strike.
He's kind of for the first time of all the spells, like all of the spells previous, he's like, oh, I see how you did that. Like right away, he's like, I see how you did that. But that spell, he's like, how did you get the physical parameters to line up with the magical ones, and it's not elemental? Because it's literally a physical attack, and he's like, that's unique. He's having a hard time wrapping his head on that one. He's like, oh man, if you don't mind leaving the formula for that spell for him to study, he'd be honored, and he would share some spells with you if you'd be willing. In exchange, he says, name any spell of a level that you can cast that you would like to have that you don't have, and he'll trade you 2 of them for that spell. That's his first negotiation.
Okay. Yeah. Now this last one is going to be a little bit more difficult to demonstrate. So I would ask. Do we have a way that you can perhaps cast in like a targeted magic spell at me, such as like a firebolt, but not receive any damage? Like, I'm being kind of cagey with it on purpose because I don't know how else to.
He's like, well, I could cast a globe of invulnerability on myself first. I haven't practiced that one in a while.
Okay, let's do this. Here's the thing. This spell basically allows me to just redirect magic back at the caster. It's best if I demonstrate, but I do want to emphasize it might hurt. So that's really the only way I can show you, really. So please send something very, very weak, because I don't want to truly hurt you in any way if you don't have a way to avoid it. I don't know if it'll pass a globe of invulnerability.
He says, well, I found this joke spell that was crafted by some sort of master mage a long time ago in this place called Spitball. It's basically it conjures a magical ball of Hod's phlegmy spit, and it does 1 point of damage.
This will be fun. So I'll just kind of center myself. I'll cast Spellweaver's Stance. Whenever you're ready.
He makes the motion and then goes, ha, Tua! and spits at you.
That's funny. I need to make a con save against the attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's like, oh, that burns. That's disgusting. I love it. not my Hagtua spell. It's a spell reflection of some kind. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's not. I will say it's not quite just direct reflecting, though. You do need to catch it and redirect. So you can't just counter somebody's spell like that. But this redirects somebody's spell.
in a mage on mage fight, I feel like you would have the upper hand for sure with that spell.
The only downside is that as soon as you see, as soon as I redirect it, the spell will end, because that is really the magic that is being harnessed. Not only to make me a bit more dexterous, which is nice, but yeah, I was told this is far too dangerous. But I wanted to know what you think.
I mean, I would say that in battle, you're protecting yourself or others, then as long as you're not destroying the world, the sky's the limit.
Exactly. That's what I thought. But yeah, I mean, if you would like,
What two spells out of character? What two spells would you like in exchange for that steel barrage spell?
Through all the spells.
Can I come back to you on that and just say I accept the terms, and I just don't know what I would want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be in RP in this moment if you want to.
Yeah.
Just, in fact, I'll just trust you to pick two spells of any level that you can currently cast, and put them on your list.
Yeah.
As if you found the scrolls or spell book or something.
I imagine he's got like a whole like library that Merrick's just like drooling.
Not
over.
here.
Like,
He's got her library. You know, she's been building one, but yeah.
Yeah.
He says that someday he hopes that you'll be able to come visit him in his kingdom, but he says that's a long ways off, and he feels like he's grateful that you all were adaptable enough to meet with him, but he's quite confident you would not be ready to come to his kingdom because a lot of the upper level powered undead that he has there as his commanders, his goal is to eventually help them pass on, he tells you. But for now, he needs them to help wrangle the cats, as it were. The other hordes, giant. He told you how many. He's got millions of undead up there that he's been basically drawing away from the living lands, and he needs some powerful undead commanders just to keep them all in check, especially when he has to travel to support Queen Evelyn. And it would not be good to come to his kingdom yet. One day, once the time is right.
Fair enough. But other than that, and then afterwards, again, during that time, chat with Miss Evelyn, ask about the permanent spell, the teleportation stuff, and go through all of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
During the stint of time that we are here. So in no specific
Perfect.
thing.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to do in the I think we determined it was like 12 days that you're going to be here?
This morning, if the routine for Thyra is basically like get up, she'll like read one out, get annoyed, go down,
Work out.
after eating, do like a training regimen with everyone, probably go back, try to do some more reading, and then like evening time would be like story time around the campfire kind of thing.
I would say it's not as hard as it sounds for her, because the subject matter is literally about like stuff that she's into, athletics and the physics of a muscle. Imagine that she's becoming one of those YouTube influencers that are like super buff and teach people how to be big and buff.
So she's
but a real one.
bicep
Ones that are like actual
instructor.
scientists,
teaching people about body anatomy. It's like, this is your bicep, this is your tricep,
And she knows that. Like,
this is how you work them
it's
out.
way more advanced than that. That's the point. It's a very advanced manual. Yes, Sindri.
One thing I would have to discuss with Merrik, and this could get completely just retconned as we've done it, because I, as a sorcerer, I can't learn permanency.
You can't what?
I can't learn permanency as a spell as a sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
So I would absolutely request Merrik to take that. But
I'm gonna say that
in fairness, whenever we'd be crafting stuff anyway, we'd always be crafting it together, working on it.
well, in the past that's true, and I'm sure in the future you may as well. But keep in mind, you both are working in different guilds, right? And your guild is focused on enchanting things. So I'm going to say that you remember now, after having tried this and failed, that in one of the books, the more advanced books, again, you don't book learn, but you can still read books to learn about enchanting and stuff, and how magic works and stuff, especially for sorcerers. And they had explained to you at your guild that it's harder for sorcerers to be enchanters, but once they are able to accomplish it, they end up being the better sorcerers because they become better enchanters because of the way magic flows through them. Instead of being manipulated, it's more like they become a conduit for the magic to flow into something. And so what you remember is that once you achieve a certain level of understanding and achieve a certain kind of power level, a mana level as it were, then you will be capable of taking on let's just say that we'll just sort of a house rule for this world that you through monumental effort and time, and once you're level 15, we'll be able to, actually not even level 15, we'll say level 14. So it's just one more level. Once you hit level 14, you will be able to, under a special circumstance, have an extra spell in your spell. It doesn't even take up one of your spell knowledge slots. You can just learn permanency. And it's just through a special kind of, you find it fascinating because it's through a meditative practice that you're able to do this. And you end up, we'll just call it a special permanency magic skill. If that's cool with you. I mean, I know you like the idea of working as a team with your buddy, but I also realize that, you have to think about that there'll be times when you'll be making stuff and you're not in the same guild hall.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've just made a note of it on my spell sheet so I know for later.
Okay.
I was going to put it in my book and I was like, no, that'll just go missing in the book.
I kind of over-explained it, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Hit 14, you get permanency, basically.
Anything else from anyone? Oh, I think there was a thing. So between you and Queen Evelyn, you guys were planning on. You wanted to talk to her about the legend lore spell, right?
I thought we already.
No, she had mentioned that she can cast it, and then Sindri's like, yeah, and then I made the joke about, or the comment about putting it into a crystal ball. And yeah, it went magic conversation from there.
And I remember Sindri had asked her if she's ever experienced using the spell and having some sort of feedback from it, and she explained, maybe an extremely powerful individual could have some sort of magical contingency protection against it, but she says she's never heard of that. She doesn't think it's
that's
impossible.
Why Sindri
so.
confirmed that's the case.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think you guys, she also had explained to you that if you know the name of a place, you can get a legend lore on it. And she told you all the name of the place. So did you all want to do a legend lore during this 12 days on the Abbey? The Abbey of Saint Black Dawn.
I would think that as a group we'd want to know that.
Sure. So without going through all the description, you do your usual thing, your floaty stuff and your glowing eyes and your connecting and all that stuff. The basic gist of the story of that place is that for about 100 years after the Black Rain, for a pretty significant amount of time, because of the positioning of that abbey in that valley, they had been able to kind of stay under the radar and stay out of the line of hordes of undead. And they, for the most part, they'd had small straggler groups that they were able to deal with themselves, but no, they didn't catch the attention of anything powerful, and no giant swarms had ever made their way into that valley. And so they had lived in relative peace since they were kind of self-sufficient with their own farmland in the lake nearby. And they did pretty well for almost 100 years, like 98 years. But what ended up happening was horrific in that it wasn't undead that found them and broke their streak of survival. It was a group of evil living survivors. A warlord who was trying to build his own nation and had basically broken into their abbey seeking wealth and not wealth, because the barter system was basically all that exists, and he was a warlord. He doesn't barter, he just takes what he wants. And so any kind of resources that they might have, he was also looking for ancient power, though. He any kind of powerful artifacts or items or weapons or whatnot. And he was just a really bad dude, a terrible person, and wanted to, these monks, even though, when I say monks, not like martial art monks, they were clerics, right? They were technically clerics, but these monks of the monastery were peaceful people. They had pretty decent skills, but of course, there was no divinity, so they weren't true clerics anymore, right? So they actually had to become like monks, right? So they had developed their own kind of martial prowess and physical skills because no more magical divine powers. And but they didn't really have much to offer to this guy. So he couldn't absorb them into his army. They were very unwilling for that. And he did. They actually had some refugees that, not a large contingent of refugees, a small group of refugees living with them that happened to find them. And in the end, though, the legend lore spell gives you a scene where the refugees and the monks of the abbey, the warlord and his small army have them there, and they're in that atrium with the well, and he's like torturing and killing them and throwing them in the well, which is what ended up having that creating that pile that you all found at the bottom of the well in the cistern. And just the horrific things that were done to those innocent people had effectively drawn forth a massive amount of negative energy through the ethereal plane, and in the end, the warlord and his men succumbed to what happened. Suddenly, there was just this dark madness that overcame everybody, and they started killing each other. And the Emperor Ghoul didn't actually arise from the warlord. It arose from the high priest of the abbey. Not because necessarily he was a bad guy, just that what he suffered to such a great degree just kind of created this darkness that infected his body, and that's basically how the ghouls came about. And because of the great evil that was done there, concentrated evil. That sounds like from Time Bandits. Concentrated evil had just infused the bodies, and so a ghoul hive. Well, at first it was just ghouls, and then a ghoul nest, and then eventually a ghoul hive, and that's what had happened there. So there you go, a little bit of history on what you all did. But you all know that it's going to be a perfect place for the refugees. So
I found my spells.
yeah, you picked the 2 spells.
I finally picked the 2 spells.
What?
Stone shape.
Yeah.
And flesh to stone.
Yep. That's evil. And I'll say that on top of that, Evelyn will teach you permanency.
Permanency? Okay. Hey, we're getting into the weeds, and if there's any way that I can dispatch somebody, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other stuff or playing that you guys want to do here in this place?
So other than permanency, am I just given the building blocks for teleportation circle?
Oh.
Or am I able to learn teleportation circle?
Yeah, you'll be able to learn both teleport and teleportation circle as well.
Oh, and teleport?
Yeah. Now you can't cast it yet, can you?
Yes, I can cast.
Oh yeah, you can cast seven level spells. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you can't really. I mean, teleportation circle is the building block to teleport. And if you can cast it, yeah.
Okay, so then I'll
and
just add.
You know that you even got to witness the King of Midnight when he left. He left via teleport, not a teleportation circle. He just teleported back to his kingdom. So I think teleport can go that far.
Teleport.
A cape?
It must be on the same. The only thing is the destination must be on the same plane of existence.
Yeah,
at least
that's
that
what
is
I thought. They didn't change it from 3.5. Perfect.
Yeah. So okay, I'll just add teleportation circle, and then I'll make a note for permanence because it's not actually in any book that I have.
Oh,
Merrik just casually nips back to Progentica because he wants to buy something and comes back.
No, teleportation won't let you do that.
Because is that technically a different plane of existence?
No, but I
need a destination.
I'm gonna say that it does limit it to your planet,
which is totally fine.
Yeah.
So this would then be a question I would ask Evelyn about the teleportation. So I'll just understand it's it's got quite a range, but it's also quite kind of limited. We can't hop from planet to planet, which I understand. However, our mansion our home. It's technically on a different plane, isn't it?
She says yes.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be able to teleport into that.
No. So,
Oh, that's
add a
it makes sense.
character.
Yeah.
Towards the end of that week, it sort of dawns on you, and probably Sindri, that you could talk to her and ask her about the Ouroboros devices that ended up taking you to Progentica, if you want to. Of course, that could potentially open up a can of worms, because you might end up revealing that you are from the Barbary worlds.
Yeah, we're gonna hold off on that for now.
All right.
At least I would.
But you know, you
I
do
would.
think that she could be somebody. I mean, with her advanced knowledge and been around so long, it's possible that she might be able to offer some insight that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm dangling that out for you guys if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll address the team with this as the question. So with Evelyn's lovely knowledge on transportation magics, I don't think it's a good idea to let her know the unique ones that we all found, but asking about the ones we use on Progentica. Because she knows we're realm runners.
Yes.
Like, we're not gonna talk about it, but like, I'll just be like, outright, Ouroboros, transportation, dragons, how?
I don't see why not.
Huh?
Just asking her about the process of how realm runners get from Progentica to the Barbary worlds. It doesn't seem out of place for you to be curious about such magics.
Yeah. So that will be the bit that I ask, because it's tangential, and it may help understand how we got to where we were, and then we can probably explore that later.
Gotcha. So are you going to take Sindri and go chat with her about that?
Sindri, do you want to learn some magic? Or about some magic?
I'm sure Sindri
Learn
would be
about
curious
it,
about
but
it.
I can't learn magic unlike some of
You
us.
know what I meant. That's why I corrected myself about magic, not learning it.
Bloody wizards.
Oh man, just because you can learn your own spells on access to them like I do.
It's not like I have a choice in the matter. They just kind of work.
Yeah, and it's not like I have to spend hours and hours and hours just to understand something simple. We all have our fallacies. Anyway,
You just ask nature.
I like that. I want to talk to nature too. Speaking of talking to nature, I look at Echo. Do you have anything to say? And then I look at Shae.
But you want me to talk to Echo?
I look at Echo.
He just, the way owls do, he just turns and blinks at you.
Shae casts speak with animals,
Okay.
and she tries talking to Echo.
What do you do?
Echo, can you understand me?
He cocks his head, because you're talking in owl, right?
Mm-hmm.
He cocks his head like he's finding this fascinating, and he nods.
Mr. Merrik, Echo can understand me. Echo, can you understand Mr. Merrik when he talks to you?
He nods his head.
And he understands you when you talk to him. So, do you have anything you would like to say to Mr. Merrik?
The funny thing is, he speaks in owl, but you don't understand him. It's like you suddenly realize that your spell technically didn't work.
It didn't work, Mr. Merrick.
And you realize, you think to yourself,
He's not a name.
he's not an animal. At least you learned something, though.
Is that a fucking spider on our ceiling?
owl.
Probably. Maybe. The spider.
You guys got a big spider on your ceiling?
No, it's tiny.
Oh.
It's tiny. Okay.
Two
Yep.
spiders living in this corner. Sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Thank you for trying, Shae. I feel so silly as I look at Echo.
The more frustrated you are, the more he kind of nuzzles your neck.
She's like, speaking of which, she starts talking in Draconic to Milo. Milo, can you communicate with Echo?
He just goes, "Meh."
Please respond in Draconic. Yes or no?
I do not believe that he knows Draconic or that he knows. I don't believe that he understands Draconic. Maybe he understands the Draconic, but I don't think that he speaks it.
I tried,
Skill
Mr.
lens.
Merrick.
Thank you. I'm gonna go hit my brain with some other magics. Sindri, you ready? Let's go.
Why not?
Yes.
In Draconic again, Shae asks Milo, what do you think Echo is?
He looks at you and blinks. Echo is the echo.
But he's not an animal.
I feel like I'm just quite enough in earshot to hear Echo. I just go, Echo is Echo. Like, to echo the Echo. and I'll look at him and go, come on, man. There we go. Does anybody else want
after
to
that,
tag along
the
and
two
run?
of them start play fighting in the air together.
I'll look at Echo. Do you want to just stay? Do you want to hang out with Shae and Milo and I imagine maybe Thyra? Because she doesn't want to go learn about the magics. She just wants me to give her the cliff notes.
Yeah, so
Gosh.
he parks himself on Milo's back when you say that, when you ask him that.
Excellent. I'll grab a treat, show him, throw it up in the air, and hope that he gets it and just runs away.
And he does.
Yeah, there you go.
And then after he
Almost
gets
like a-
his treat, Milo comes flittering over and hovering in front of you.
Oh, what would you like today? You got 3 options. Would you like tuna, salmon, or shrimp?
He answers, yes.
Best answer.
Then like, if we're still in the mansion, then Shae looks at him. She's like, well, it's in the pantry. Go help yourself. I'm doing what Miss Thyra said, setting boundaries.
All right. So now, what was it you were wanting to? I've lost track of where we were at.
Transportation, every worlds.
Oh, you're gonna go talk to Evelyn about the Progentic teleportation network to the Barbary worlds. Yeah. So, who's gonna broach it?
The one that can learn magic.
Yeah.
Sindri doesn't know how to talk shop when it comes to magic. He just does it.
Yeah.
Sindri's like, it's a feeling that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of ask the weave to do something, and sometimes it works.
Yes. Are you like a loom then? Anyway, Miss Evelyn,
Yes, my friend.
I have a question for you.
I hope I can
My life.
illuminate you.
Merrik is thinking, like, why would she cast a light spell?
Sindri immediately cast prestidigitation to do some lights in the air. Not missing the opportunity for the joke.
She rolls her eyes and grins.
Yes. Actually, I have multiple questions for you. So I know we've, and again, thank you for studying with me and teaching me the teleportation stuff. This could come quite handy. However, why is it that this is limited in the way that it is? However, the what do you call them, realm runners? They can go between the Barbary worlds, accompanied by an Ouroboros of such, if you know what I mean.
She's like, I'm not quite sure what you mean by an Ouroboros. What do you mean that how's that in context of how you all travel here? I have chatted a bit with my contact on Progentica, and of course, Master Midnight, who is also in contact with the various organizations in your world. But apparently there's some kind of device that you all kind of step onto, and it allows you to teleport for longer distances.
Yes. It appears to be some type of magic tech that was developed on that planet, or perhaps brought over to that planet from other places. The interesting thing is that Mr. Midnight claims that, as we mentioned before, that it's punching holes in this supposed shell over Haunt Home. So that kind of magic, is that just far more powerful, divine, and it's often accompanied with these devices. They have an Ouroboros, the same Ouroboros on them. It feels ancient. Sindri, do you mind? And he makes like dumb magic hand signs.
Okay. So you create a prestidigitation kind of hologram of the one of the pedestals with the little Ouroboros symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like looking at it, and she's like, that's fascinating. This is the first time I've gotten to see one of the devices. Now I have a better kind of perspective of it. To be honest with you, it's not something that I quite understand. It's fascinating to me that you all are able to transport vast distances magically in a way that you normally wouldn't be able to, facilitated by some sort of device. But I suspect that might not be exactly accurate. Let me address your other question first. Looking at this picture that you're showing me, that symbol. I mean, I suspect that's really just sort of like a stamp, like a signature, a seal. And then, of course, as she's saying that, it dawns on you that you guys saw that on the devices in the Barbary worlds, but in every instance of the different teleportation devices that you've seen on Progentica, they were always in the same place. And you think of it as like, what the heck? What are you doing with
It's
your?
fan.
Oh, it's the fan. Okay. Sorry, Sindri, your sleeve was like blowing. I'm like, what the hell is he doing with his bicep? How does he do that? All right.
It's just flexing hard. Yeah.
She says, I believe that, it dawns on you that what you've been seeing on each one of those, being in the same spot and everything, is likely like a brand stamp. At least on Progentica. It means that you might want to do a little bit more research in a different way back on Progentica. Instead of thinking of it in terms of, that's like some sort of magical symbol of some, maybe if we view it like, all right, and knowing what your brain starts putting the pieces together, you're like, oh yeah, you've been told that what's it called? Oh. Hang on a sec. Sorry. You've been told that the Black Anchor's financial syndicate, even though it runs a lot of the financial systems in the world, and that it's supposedly, the rumor is that it kind of controls the underworld. It also apparently is home to some of the original intellectual property of some of the tech that everybody relies on. Like some of the base tech was created by engineers at Black Anchor Financials. And so you're thinking to yourself, maybe you just didn't really kind of, like, now you're like, oh, okay, maybe if we dig a little deeper back at home, but look at it in terms of like researching companies or researching corporate stuff instead of researching magic stuff, then we'd have better answers. But you suspect, your hypothesis is maybe that Ouroboros is a brand, the brand stamp of the Black Anchor's financial syndicate. Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't all of the sites that we were transported from initially from our had the same Ouroboros that those pedestals have?
Similar. So each of you had a different teleportation device. She had a strange kind of bowl cistern, right? And you had a pedestal with a dragon statue. Sindri had a pedestal with these obelisks. And then she found an altar. But you are correct that on each of them, at some portion of it, there was carved on it somewhere an Ouroboros.
The big toilet.
Okay. Not the same one, but okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, like different sizes to fit the different devices.
But it's the same design.
It is the same design, or at least similar.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Too much of it. It definitely seems a bit too coincidental to be a coincidence.
Yeah. Have you encountered any artifact, site, or relic, if you were, that bears a similar design of an Ouroboros here on Hom?
She says, no, I have not. And she says, now, in regards to your other question about the magic itself and how it might work, this is just a hypothesis, I'm not sure, but based upon what I know about a limited number of people from your world being able to utilize the tech, I suspect that the device isn't really necessarily doing the transporting, the teleporting. I suspect that there's something unique in your blood that gives you the ability to teleport along these vast distances and potentially into other planes, and that those devices, the transportation devices, all they do is activate that within you and become a focal point. They can activate it and direct it without being able to come to your world and study them myself. I would know. Now, between you and me, I probably could develop a portal to go to Progentica, but I have promised the organizations that I occasionally come here and that I work with on Progentica that I would not do so. And I don't want to upset that relationship, since they, do offer us. Right now, it's a mutually beneficial relationship, and I don't want to offend them. And particularly start a war that could get my people killed.
And then one other thing. Have you any insight on the idea of the teleportation magics having a limited time at said destination?
Oh, you mean because you realm runners seem to only be able to stay here for like a certain period of time?
Yes.
That one, honestly, I don't have a clue about. Don't know why that would be.
Unless, however, the actual magics that is really being utilized is not the magic to send out, but it's an anchor for recall instead. So that would be far more interesting tech to be able to, at will, recall someone you have sent. That is terrifying.
You might be onto something.
The leash.
If my hypothesis is correct, and the magic of this teleportation is tied to your blood, then that would actually make more sense, because it would mean that somehow or another, some type of magical technology is being employed that connects to and potentially activates this ability remotely.
I'll look at
You're right,
Sindri
that
and
is
go,
kind of a terrifying thought.
Yeah, I'll look at Sindri and go, man, if this is really something from our blood, then boy, do they have it. Because didn't they?
We definitely know it's through our blood, though.
Yeah, but so above table, didn't they take blood samples from us when we very first? Yeah. So they just basically took put a leash on us by taking our blood. If this is to be accurate. Okay, that's above table. Remembering, like, didn't they take blood samples?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a lot ponder Yeah, so if you have free time, which I know you do have very little of, but also quite a lot of, interestingly. Anyway, if that's something that you choose to delve down and explore in any additional capacity beyond this conversation, I would love to review your notes.
Well, I'm looking forward to potential collaborations in the future. In fact, maybe we should go have this conversation with the rest of your group before you leave, because I'm sort of assuming this is like the last day. Because there
Last day
was
or
one
two,
other thing
yeah.
I wanted to ask you all before you left, and this seems like the proper time. What do you think? So let's go. So basically, you all go down and meet up, ask you to collect your team, and she meets you. You know, she goes with you, and you collect your team, and now you're all together. And Queen Avelyn says one more time, thank you for handling this mission with aplomb and for your compassion, all of the things that you've done for the refugees, and even getting to know my husk people and seeing their benevolence, it means the world to me. As I indicated, you will see you'll see significant bonus to this mission. And I don't know if they told you how much it will be worth. I don't know how the financial system works on your world, but
Nor do I.
it will be obvious, insignificant. And it still is not enough to share what you all have done. Despite all that, I do have. This isn't necessarily a favor that I'm asking of you. More like I'm going to ask you all if you would potentially be interested in doing something down the line in the future. Not far off future, but perhaps a few months from now. You all are wonderful at what you do. And of course, I want you to think about it. You don't have to answer right away. But I like working with you all, and I feel that I can trust you wholeheartedly. And I wouldn't want this for this particular task for anybody but you, if possible. And that is, once I have gotten this Abbey town up and running, and it can be an example of what my people can do in support of the living here, I would love if you all would be able to lead the diplomatic mission to speak with the leadership of New Haven to start the process of connecting our two peoples.
Yura instinctively just looks at Shae.
Shay's just kind of like,
Telepathically
Again, think
through
about it.
Raven's Edge.
Oh, sorry. So go ahead. You say something to Raven's Edge?
To Shae.
Yes, my lady.
Connect me to Shae.
You
Shae,
just-
don't forget we could always disguise ourselves. Is that someplace that you would want to visit again?
you just hear Shay repeating back, I thought we weren't supposed to interact with people we know. I thought we weren't supposed to interact with people we know.
We can talk more later. We could always tell Evelyn no. Don't look so guilty right now.
Faye is trying to hide her visible, like, unease about this. Trying.
Strangely. Go ahead.
She's trying. I don't know if anybody else has noticed or not.
You guys notice for sure, but Evelyn is considering that she may be 2,000 years old, but she spent a lot of that alone, studying or with her undead friends. And so social norms and understanding living peoples, from her point of view, she thinks, oh, she must be constipated. Because she thinks that's just what happens to living people when they're uncomfortable. They're constipated.
We will absolutely have a discussion. And next we meet, we will for sure give you an appropriate answer. It is a lot to consider, for sure. However, I know, lightly speaking for everybody here, yes, we do want to be helpful. However, sometimes we have to be mindful about what we do. So we will carefully discuss this, and we will give you an answer next time we meet.
She says, well, perhaps, at the very least, it may not be the next time we meet, but through our shared channels of your organizations, I will communicate with you in some way.
Many people have found my diplomacy to lack tact.
Just
Yes.
diplomacy?
What?
So I guess I should clarify. It's not necessarily that you all will be the ones performing the diplomacy. I want you all to be the bridge and the guardian of me and my people. I would take myself and perhaps one or two of my people with me as an example, and have you all be my bodyguards and my liaisons at the same time. If you can offer additional diplomatic discussion assistance, that's a bonus, but I would be the one primarily attempting to negotiate with the people of New Haven.
Understood. And I imagine you might quite know that if those negotiations go south, then there are ability to help haunt home in the future, which is why it might be not the best idea for us to go. However, I do agree that it might be a great idea for us to go. Hence the discussion we will have.
She says, indeed. I knew it would be a difficult ask, and I want you to know that that's the case. And I would not hum my adoration and respect for you if you had to decline.
We've been told that we do have the most tact of all realm runners.
Who said that?
We've been the best to work with thus far, from what we've been told.
Well, perhaps, I don't know. We don't really exist.
I mean, at least we're not chopping people up and turning them into... Anyway.
Yeah, we're not going to turn them into a thought. Yeah, because that's all that is. Anyway,
All right, with that, it's that will be the wrap up of conversation with her, and that you guys will have upped your ability scores and head back to Progentica that evening or the next day, and then time for a break for us. We're going to take our 10-minute break, go have a snack, and a potty break and all of that stuff. We'll see you guys
Alrighty.
in just a little bit. Make sure you hydrate, guys. Stretch your legs.
Hydrate, baby.
Mission montage to entertain you.
It's gonna be a montage.
Someone clip that. Ooh, that's clever. Man, high five me. Do it like.
Which
Wait, am I going
yeah, that one.
Dude, I'd like to say I was 100% not trying to remake that clip, but I genuinely had no freaking idea because this is a new scene.
Someone clip that. All right.
Fuck.
Rada's like, wait, let me help you. Let me help you. Blessings of goo upon you. And he gives you guidance.
It's an extra D4, right?
I hope someone clips that. Yeah, I believe it's an extra D4 for guidance, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for the 50.
I dropped the dice. All right, 18.
Pick it up. Do the there.
Are you doing the monkey toast thing?
Did you guys see that?
Yeah. We all saw that.
I'm sure somebody's gonna clip it now.
$5. No, it's just,
Huh?
that'll be $5. Think? No, just kidding.
Has come in handy. Somewhat. I didn't know fighting would be this much fun. I'm looking forward to what happens next. P.S. Journal, why does Miss Thyra's sword call her Dom Mommy? I'm not sure I know what that means.
Oh, I'm so glad I muted. I knew I had to myself.
I broke everybody, including me.
every week. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Athletics check to keep from being pushed back by the momentum of a 40-pound, sack of gnome being thrown at you. Sack of gnome.
At least you didn't say the gnome sack.
Gnome sack.
Oh, that's funny because that's what I was about to say.
Someone
yeah.
don't clip that.
All right, and the Bob Ross moment has ended.
Eating my butt. Freaking chair.
Thyra's gonna walk up next to Sindri and just look down at him and go, "Uppies."
It was it's weird because it's you feel it, but you feel it coming from it. It's not like you felt it. You felt the experience of it, and it's the same kind of relief of, wow, I've been working so hard out in the field and I'm so hungry, and you eat a meal, or I just, had some great sex. It's just one of those kinds of feelings. It's just like, oh.
We see how short Druid is in your chair.
Say less.
This is
let me-
I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to say I love the scarf you've chosen for today, buddy. It looks amazing with your outfit.
Oh damn, you tall.
Very posh, very fashionable. Holy crap. Wow, it really does cut off like
It looks like
almost the
Druid's
top
so
of his
far
head.
in the background.
She's only right there.
She looks miniature now. Like she's
looks like a giant-
she's like a half a mile behind you.
Jay has a super semi-unimportant question not related to anything.
Yes, Shay.
Absolutely.
What is milk toast?
Honestly, that is a.
That is a good question. I don't know what milk toast is.
Not a clue.
What? You guys are a bunch of ignoramuses. Milk toast is toast drowning in milk.
Glowing a bluish color, and it's built
The same color?
It's built into the wall sconce as well.
The same color, the same blue glove.
Emmeline turns to look at the
Yes.
the wall sconce and go, "Hey, Fern."
And it doesn't give off any heat.
Fern is sneaking up towards the top behind Miss Ray.
I'm like, Fern, is this the same color?
It is the same color. It's the same blue glow.
Thank you for indulging us there, Druid.
You're welcome.
She was the one who screwed him over twice.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
He hates her most of all. And yeah.
Did you see the little spider legs go?
You see little spider poop come out.
Oh, you made me silk.
Inflict wounds, chromatic orb, burning hands, armor of Agathis, command, entangle, thunderwave.
Why would anybody want their hands to burn?
God damn it.
I was alright with that until it just went, God damn it.
Yeah, because I almost just.
See StarKitty laughing at her own joke.
I almost spit coffee everywhere. Thank you.
I was laughing at the reaction.
Shay, listen.
So you have defeated. Oh, and I didn't even whip it out. I went to whip. I had a figure for the scarecrow. It's not an actual scarecrow, but it looks kind of like a scarecrow. I'll show it off.
Broke BT.
I did.
Yes.
Whip it out, baby.
I think I know what
Yeah,
comic book.
it's an about proud.
All right.
Just winning the breeze.
I think you broke Aries too.
I think Aries broke Aries.
The wang of Stormkeep.
What?
Can we get that on a t-shirt?
Can I yeet the gnome?
So it depends on where you want to yeet, but yes, you could yeet him.
Directly
You could yeet him over
at
to him
Merrik.
to catch, or you could
Straight-
yeet him to one of these
Merrik.
squares.
No, I want directly at Merrik.
Tonight's episode 74, comes about because of last week's episode 73. And so,
And before episode 75.
okay,
Power for that one.
That's right. So,
Okay, Storm is still processing.
Yeah, I'm still processing that episode.
I need to get with my producer and get this one fired. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about? I am a producer.
Oh, right. I don't know if you can use the processing ability. Oh, he tricked me. Damn it.
I applaud you, BT. Applaud you.
What a dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch the tip
You're
too.
gonna touch the tip?
You're going to touch the tip.
Just the tip.
That's the tip.
So
Yeah.
the tip of your finger to the tip of the sword, tip to tip. You give it a little poke.
Because we're
You give it a
sword
little
fighting.
poke.
Okay.
God, someone's gonna clip this. I fucking know it. All right,
Okay, this is Sperm talking, okay? The best part about it is that you could put a little dice in his mouth.
hello everybody. We're slowly coming back from break. Hey Pelican, hey Caffeinated Zombie, hey Random Cosmic Horror, Double Up a Show. What's up, you guys? How you all doing?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh, that's about the
Comment
totality of my French.
Comment ça va?
Comme ci, comme ça. What are you doing, little boy?
I'm naughty. I'm here to look Daddy Stormy. It's hilarious. Big hugs to you.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a little
For
snack.
some of the stream today, I've been using that little footrest, and it's really goddamn comfy.
On that,
If anyone's
like, is it on the
looking
couch
for-
right now, or?
No, I had it on the floor when I was sat back. Over
Oh,
here
okay,
before
gotcha,
my arms
gotcha.
behind. I was basically doing it to see if I could, like, almost lie down but face straight forwards. To alleviate me leaning on my goddamn elbows, because my elbows are fucked.
Yeah, I'll bet.
but seriously comfy. Wasn't cheap though. I think it were about 40 quid. But for something that's comfy, I'm fine paying that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, there's, price is no limit for health.
I always struggle on buying shit like that. It's like, I'm going to benefit from it, but it's a chunk of money. It's not a massive chunk of money, but it's still a chunk of money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely a good buy, especially if I can do what I'm planning and get back upstairs and have a stream room again. Because doing all this does take it out of you before starting streaming.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Especially because now the wheels have kind of bust. I've got to almost carry the PC and everything out of the corner.
Wow. Can you get help to move everything? You're not going to do everything yourself, right?
Oh, most of the stuff I'll be fine lifting, but the actual PC, I'm not lifting that upstairs. That is a no-go, because my stairs are like that.
Hi, Vlad. Yeah, I can imagine that would be a bad idea.
Well, if you think, the stairs are probably only go 1.5 meters, like, footprint, but they're going up nearly 12 foot, because these are easily 12-foot ceilings.
Wow, so your steps are like really steep, huh? Like walking up a ladder?
Yep, it's pretty much a ladder. Like watching Naboo go down them. It's only his front legs that actually do any work. His back legs just kind of bounce off one step, and then he'd go down like 6 steps and then bounce again.
Wow. Was your previous place 2-story as well?
It was the same as this, but not as steep.
Mm-hmm.
So, not ideal in that sense of things, but ideal because it's a lot smaller house.
Is the floor plan similar?
It's... I'm basically missing a room off the downstairs. Because my previous house had the stream room at the front, then there was my living room, and then there was a kitchen on the back. Whereas now it's just my living room, and then the kitchen's over there. And the kitchen's bigger than this room.
So the stream room is going to be upstairs. Gotcha.
It's basically they're classing it as a bedroom, but it's really not. You couldn't have a proper bedroom in there. It's way too small.
I see. So it's like a little office.
Essentially. So I'm definitely going to need some soundproofing, otherwise the echo is going to be real.
Does it have carpet?
Yes.
That'll help. So you'd be surprised how much carpet absorbs sound.
I've got some blackout blinds for it as well, so
that'll help too. You may not even need any sound dampening foam. Worth trying, unless it's like really, really tiny.
It's one of them. I'll be trying it first. It's basically I'll get my desk in and my chair in, and my chair will probably be touching the wall if I'm probably this distance away from the PC.
Oh wow. Wow.
I'd say it's probably like a
Mine's
meter in width.
Oh. That sounds more interesting to you than Panera.
I mean, I'd be fine with either.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We're figuring out dinner for afterwards. Like usually we do pizza, but tonight we're gonna try and be a little bit healthier. Although I'm not even sure if Panera or McAllister are really gonna be much different. So we might just do this usual.
To be fair, I had some leftover pizza. I just grabbed a slice of it then during the break.
What kind of pizza?
Because I knew I couldn't be asked cooking tonight. I ordered a burger and pizza yesterday, so I had leftover for today.
What kind of pizza?
Chicken, doner meat, and pepperoni. Doner meat is stripped lamb, like you put in kebabs.
Nice.
Really? Interesting. So it's like an Euro pizza?
Euro.
That sounds yummy.
But the doner meat just goes slightly crispy for any of the bits that like loop above the cheese. It's so good. You get a little bit of crunch off the edges of the pepperoni, but then you get the crunch off the doner meat.
That's an interesting
It just
fusion.
adds
I've
that texture to it really well.
never seen that fusion here before.
I actually took the piss out of the first person I saw order it. I was like, what are you doing? That is not a pizza. And he got me to try, and I was sold on it at that moment. We're like, yep, all right, I hold my hands up. It doesn't sound like it's something that should work and be tasted, but goddamn.
Yeah.
I think there's something to
homemade
be said
pizza.
for something having a crunch when it's soft. It's just a good combination when it comes to food.
Unless
Sometimes when-
it's
When I make
Oh,
us
go ahead.
homemade pizza, I make us French bread pizza, and it's really yummy.
I was gonna say the crunch to soft is only good when you know that's the case versus when something is crunchy.
Yeah, when it's crunchy and it's not supposed to be there. Like, what was that?
Pretty much, yes.
I've done that drinking.
Did you
a cup of
feel the
tea
little
before.
eggs going into your gums?
Drinking a cup of tea and a random boiled spider floats up.
he's still grossed out by what I said. Sorry. That was
Bruh.
What
You have a
arguing?
lingering
It's a
effect,
flask.
Sam.
You're scared of the flask.
Yeah, I did not succeed that concept.
What? What? Stompy boy. What? Just one
Barbecue
tail.
pizza's
wagging
yummy
out.
too. Interesting.
Ah,
All right.
oh. I got you. I got you. Don't lick my nose.
He's like, you're gonna make me uncomfortable. I'm gonna lick your face.
Evil Naboo face. You ready?
Do it. What a
Oh, they're a guy with second person to come look do something to the house sent by the landlord, and they were scared of dogs too.
Are you kidding me?
Came to the door, he's like, "Do you have a cage for him?" I was like, "No, because he lives here." "Do you have a cage for you?" Neighbor
Whereas
walked
we-
past and was like, giving him the shit eye for asking to put Naboo in a cage.
Whereas we have people just brazenly try to stick their hands in in front of the bird, like she's not going to tear her face. Even after we go, she's not friendly.
Yeah, she will eat you.
When they still. Oh,
I'm like, okay.
all right.
I clearly warned you, and you're gonna learn your lesson. Anyway, mimicking a boost fun.
I saw your impression of Naboo.
All right.
The good thing is, if
Totally.
he ever does bite too hard, you just over dramatically say "ow," and instantly it's like, "Oh, spirit! Oh, sorry."
Yep. That's what you do with puppies. That's how they learn not to play aggressively.
That's exactly what we did with him, and continue to do so.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So if I remember correctly, I had indicated to you guys that you have no idea what the payout would be for this mission, right?
Yeah.
My phone is in the way.
The note taker over here just double checking.
And covered in fur after that little.
No, I have no payout written down.
Right. When you guys make it back, so of course, as usual, you teleport back to the same. Refresh my memory, note taker. Which corporation?
This was a joint effort between Micro Auger and Black Anchor.
Right, and Micro Auger was the company that did the transporting for you guys.
Yes.
Well, of course, you return back to Micro Auger. And as soon as you're back, you notice that the assistant that's there to greet you guys and do your
Debrief?
Yeah, your debrief, thank you. Has some other assistants there, and even the guards that are there they're all like they look distressed, and they're like, "Oh, good, you're back." Of course, it's understandable that you didn't, want to have a pay cut and do an emergency comeback, and that was part of this unique mission. But there have been some interesting developments while you all were gone. Apparently, there are some concerns amongst the subsidiaries of the Omega Corps, especially, and some concerns amongst the Realm Runner community as a whole. I'm sure that we will receive a lot of communications about this. You might check now that you're back, check your O-mails. There's apparently going to be they're trying to hold a summit, a council meeting, which is something that's not held very often, but it's effectively going to be a meeting of most of the Realm Runner teams and the various organizational leaders involved for each Omega Corp to discuss some of the things that have been going on and potential, concerns that Realm Runners might have at that time. You can obviously announce any potential concerns that you might have about the organization and how it's being run and things like that. Basically, think of it like an emergency HOA meeting for Realm Runners. But any rate, not to worry about that. Let's get you through your debrief first. Obviously, let's get you over to the what do you call it when you they run you through the cleaner to clean you?
Disinfectant. Hold on.
It's a D something
Airlock?
riser.
No.
I was gonna say depressurizer, but that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contamination.
Yeah, no, we go through
Decontamination.
Oh
Thank
my
you. Yeah.
Thank
They
you.
take you through their decontamination chamber, which they always do, and then of course they try and multitask, so they're you find it interesting that there's no representative from
Black Anchor?
Black Anchor. You're just meeting with, you just come back to Micro Augerplex and they're taking care of you. They do the debrief while you're there, and while you're going through decontamination, and then briefly finish up the final debriefing with you in one of the offices, and they send you your payment of 750,000 credits. And they indicate to you that the original payment was going to be 500,000 credits, and that a 50% bonus was added by the client. And of course, you all share all of the details of the stuff that you share, and they basically, you can tell that they're just sort of recording it You find it interesting because the way that the assistant in their team are behaving, they're a bit sort of standoffish, but polite and very direct and very like almost like they're nervous around you, but then they're also at the same time very they're subservient to you. Like they feel like they want to go out of their way to provide excellent customer service to you, but while being kind of like standoffish, and you get the sense from the way you sort of get the sense that they're sort of the intermediary, and that they were just the main facilitators of the transport. And now that you kind of think about the mission itself, you feel like that more than likely the primary on this was not Micro-Agriplex. You think that Black Anchor's financial syndicate was the primary, and Micro-Agriplex was the secondary. And you're now back home. What next? They release you, and you make your way out of the black glass building into the bright, shining light of Progentica, and all the LED buildings everywhere. And
should Shae
when
call
is the
a
summit?
goober so we can go to Mold in his pit?
As per tradition.
Makes
He's
sense.
ordering a goober.
When is the summit? The meeting?
Do you check your O-mail?
oh yeah, she indicated that you should get something soon. It hasn't been solidified, and that you know. But while you're waiting outside for your goober, you start double checking what she said, and not only are you not only is it, you get the email that the O-mail, excuse me, that talks about the summit that they're going to hold, but it's going to be a few days. They're working out the details. Basically, it's an announcement that there will be what they call a Realm Runner Summit, and of course, this is all within the intranet, right? Your not the internet, but your intranet, the Realm Runners intranet, and it's amongst the Realm Runners. You also notice there's a lot of chatter on the boards of the intranet, and that you all suddenly have a flood of O-mails. You find it kind of interesting because, of course, when you're in the, didn't I indicate that while you were on? Correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't I indicate that while you are in your mansion, even on the Barbary Worlds, you could access? No, you couldn't. Okay, all right, cool. Then
Which is
yeah,
exactly why. Yeah, which is why I was having the unseen servant starting to manually write down information from the Oracle on things that I wanted, so I could continue to study those things without the internet and to fill the library.
Right. Well, all right, good. It's just making sure that my own story is cohesive. So you're suddenly flooded with a bunch of O-mails from various different sources. Some of them are from the Omega Corps. Some of them are requesting that you come to the summit. Some of them are insisting that you come to the summit. One in particular from the Realm Runners Bureau itself is attendance at this summit is mandatory for you. Otherwise, your special contractor's license might be in jeopardy. And you also strangely get a bunch of hate O-mails from some at first you're like, who the hell are these people? And then you kind of do some digging, do some searching, and find that some of these are from some of the realm runners of some of the teams that you've heard of before. Just as a quick refresher, the Microagraplex Corporation has an alpha and beta team. All of them have an alpha and beta team. And the Microagraplex has the Icon Group and Stormbreach. Mython Hedlock Holdings has the Arc Magi and the Infiltrators. General Toshisomi Dynamic has Might is Right and the Avatars. And the Furutsu Conglomerate has the Realm Runners with a Z and Barbary Battle Masters. And nothing from Black Anchor. They have the rumored Alpha Beta Charlie Delta team. But those are just rumors. And also known as Shadow Group 1 and Shadow Group 2 for the Alpha and Beta team. At any rate, you note that some of these names are Realm Runners you've heard of that are sort of like freelancers. Some of them are Realm Runners that are on some of the beta teams and maybe a small smattering from the alpha teams. And it's the hate mail. It's not like they like true hate mail, but it's just more like, you guys are messing things up for all of us, or in stuff like, why do you have to make things so difficult? And you guys should retire, and just like a bunch of really, really weird kind of negative messages. Anyway, go ahead.
Thyra responds to all of those with "Get good, scrub." That's it.
Okay.
Get good, scrub. That's it.
Shae's like messaging Grimmbane, "We're back. We're on our way as soon as the goober gets here."
Yeah, he messages back. I'm sure you've seen there's a kind of an uproar and upheaval going on.
We talk when we get there.
Yeah.
But she does it. Sorry, so Thyra does it where she just like puts everybody on like the one message. Just one response is "Get good, scrub." Like, and it goes like all of them like in a group message or whatever.
She goes to the trouble of copying, pasting, and adding them into a group email.
Hang on, let's be real here. She goes through the trouble of asking Merrik or
Wow, we're losing whole sentences from you guys. That's weird.
Already?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just saying that to be clear, Thyra totally asked Merrik or Sindri to do that for her,
right?
To copy everybody together, and then she's like, "Hey, get good, scrub."
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck.
So I will say that you do get a couple of emails. Excuse me, O-mails. I keep doing that. O-mails, Oracle mails from one from what was her name? From your buddy.
Mira?
I thought you were Miriam.
Myra.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so Thyra gets a message from Myra, and all of you get a message from that. I forget the name of the Archmage that you guys.
Oh, the magic lady.
Archimedes or Archimedia, I think. Archimedia the Archmage, yeah, something like that. And they're like, those messages from them are like, hey guys, let me, when I hope things are okay with you. There's, don't worry about all the stink that you hear. And this is from Mira. She's like, Thyra, don't worry about all the stink you hear. Don't let it piss you off. I know that's pretty hard for you to do, but she's like,
my response is, I'm not pissed off. I recognize jealousy when I see it.
Yeah. And she's like, there's been apparently there's going to be some changes to the contracting and Realm Runners Association. There's going to be some big changes coming down the pike, and basically a lot of Realm Runners are. This is in the O-mail, and that she just kind of comforts you in the O-mail to the rest of you from the Archmage. She's like, it looks like there's a bunch of changes coming down the pike. that have been a direct result of your team. Basically, the tightening up of security, tightening up of contracts, some rules changes on contracts, and she says, I've been around enough to see this kind of stuff before, and me and my team that have spent time with you, please don't hold it against us. We don't have a problem with with you guys, or we still consider us to be your allies. Basically, is what Archimedes says, and of course that's because also she works with Mira, and Mira is just basically being emotionally supportive, even though you guys don't even know what the fuck's going on. but Archimedia, she sort of gives you not exactly the details, but hints that apparently that they've announced some changes to things, a bunch of changes.
Shay's flipping through her emails. Is there anything for Mr. Hansen? Maybe he can explain.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was getting to that. The final thing is Jensen Hansen sends you an email and says, hey, you guys are making waves, but as long as you can keep surfing them, I'll be in your corner, and I think that you're going to come out on top regardless. I believe in you. That's it.
Shay responds back with, "Hi, Mr. Hansen. It's me, Shay. I'm back. And what is riding waves?"
Of course.
Waves.
And then she also has an P.S. What's an HOA?
And sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. And it's a piece of a peanut. And you also end up. What was that? You all end up getting an email from the guilds. Each of you, your two guilds. One of them sends an email saying, any changes that occur in the Realm Runners Association has nothing to do with us. We still support you as a guild member 100%. Basically, they're sort of canned emails, but they are signed by your respective leaders, and it's
a PR email.
Yeah, but they have basically given you written proof that they got your back, is what they're saying. So.
I'm just gonna. I don't know why, but I get quite a bit of joy out of this debacle.
Politics fucking suck. What?
Hey, I have a question.
Whatever we do.
It's probably going to be super obvious, but Shay just wants to understand a little bit better. So when they say it's a summit, does it mean we're climbing a mountain?
On a verbal front, maybe.
Does Merrik understand the context of summit in a meeting to be able to explain that?
I would imagine you would, of all of
Yes,
us.
I would say your character would. I would say actually, and I think,
I think Shira would understand it in concept.
well, only if you had been exposed to the idea. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like Thyra would ever consume any kind of political content, news or
Meeting
whatnot.
of elders
So
would be the next closest thing.
What was that,
From a
Sindri?
Viking.
I was going to say meeting of elders would be for the people that don't really have
Right,
politics
right.
on that particular world, wouldn't it?
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
The
if
word
we're
though
going
would
off
be at odds. Now, what were you trying to say, Druid?
Sorry, the bird is being.
The bird.
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't hear her. Oh, she wants to
we
be near Mama.
I was gonna say, based off of Viking culture, they had this thing once a year called the All Thing, which is very Americanized version of saying that, where it's basically like everybody gets together once a year and goes, hey, fuck this guy, he did this thing, and fuck this guy, he did this thing, and there's like, it's basically like a town court.
Oh, okay.
So I would actually argue.
All right, fair
you might
enough.
not recognize it by name.
I wouldn't recognize it by name, but I would recognize
soon
it
as
by
I-
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the context of the O-mail, I think she would have gotten it. Yeah. Sindri
so-
wouldn't have thought it. He wouldn't even understand the word summit at all because, like, well, no, there are some rocky mountains. There were very, very few and far between on his world.
He's a rock gnome.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
hillock to him is a mountain, so...
Yeah. That's a good point.
No, broken down rock.
Yes.
I think Sindri would probably view it the same way that Shae does.
Yeah. So Shae, no, we're not actually ascending a mountain. It's like a meeting of elders, I guess, where they discuss things, but it often is more of a picture.
So everybody's getting
and-
together to discuss issues and solutions for taking care of the people.
At
At least
more or
that's
less.
what they did in my village.
Yeah, that is typically a context of such of a summit meeting. However, the context can vary wildly as to why meeting. But in a sense, yes.
May I jump in? This meeting sounds like feathers have been ruffled. We've offended people because we have pointed out flaws in the system. And now there's changes being made based on that, and that's why the realm runners are sending us all of these delightful messages.
Oh, so this is like an emergency meeting, because we would have emergency meetings in my village whenever people had issues with each other.
Yeah, that's about right. So it seems like anyway. Perhaps Grimbane can give us a little bit more insight for our next few days.
So we're just having a mediated argument. Why don't you say
My
that?
favorite.
Oh, I did let Mr. Grimbane
Bureaucrats.
know we're back and we're on our way.
And here comes your goober.
He's like waving the goober down. Right here, right here.
By the way, interestingly enough,
versus
I recently took a goober for the first time. From we needed to take the car in to get. It had a sensor going off. There was nothing wrong with the car. It was just a sensor issue. But apparently, my dealership it found it more cost effective or whatever instead of trying to have one of their people drive me home because they needed the car either all day or overnight, and they just hire an Uber. And so I took an Uber. I'm like, huh. I mean, it's just you're getting driven. I was honestly impressed by how quickly they get there. That was what blew my mind. Obviously, calling a taxi would have taken inordinately more time than that. But because of the way the network works and it finds someone near you, like he was there in 3 minutes. It was ridiculous.
I just want to say that we have spent years telling people don't talk to strangers and don't get in the car. Nowadays, we freely just get into a stranger's car. I'm at home to go wherever we want to go.
That's true.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard many a true crime story where somebody's gotten into an Uber and not returned.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You would think that it would be easy to track because you know exactly which Uber and who it was.
Not necessarily, because sometimes people don't double check to see what car is picking them up, and they don't verify with the driver.
You can also.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if somebody is on the Uber network, they could kind of intercept the.
It happens outside of bars a lot. People will try to go outside of bars. But like the Uber driver sees like the profile of the person that they're picking up, and there's like a profile, and then you as like the person calling the Uber, you can actually compare license plate, car, and also see like a picture of the driver. So you can compare the two to make sure for safety, but people don't do that. Especially if you're drunk outside of a bar at 3 a.m.
Yep.
Anyway.
I don't go to bars. Fuck that.
So, all right, back to gaming. So you guys make your way over to Molden's Pit, and Grimbane looks grimmer than usual. He's like, man, there's an uproar in the community, and it's really stupid. But yeah, apparently they're going to be changing a few things in relation to contracts. They're going to be reorganizing some of the schedules. They're potentially changing a few laws in regards to realm runners. And a lot of this is in a direct kind of, they really handled it badly. The Omega Corps that put this press release out. Hello, first time chatter. Right on. So the Realm Runners Association is under pressure from the Omega Corps to make these changes. Some of the changes were already coming down the pike, and they're just kind of being lumped together. But unfortunately, because of the timing of it, you guys are getting the brunt of the blame, because some of these changes are a direct result of apparently I guess apparently you guys have been making so many waves, and that in kind of doing things outside the norm, you're in all honesty, you're the most successful freelancers that have ever existed. So, and you all have grown in reputation and power in such a short time, that now the Omega Corps are actually expecting more out of their existing teams. Even the alpha teams are feeling a bit of the pressure to train harder and do more. And there's apparently going to be more regulations in regard to that stuff. Personally, I think a lot of these changes are things that needed to happen. As I said, some of them have been talked about for a while. Some of the changes are a bit off-putting. If I were not retired anymore, I would be annoyed at some of the changes as well, some of the rules changes and contracts changes. However,
do you have details of these things?
If you want, I can send you, the documentation. It's honestly a lot of dry, boring stuff, but
excellent. Merrik can read it and let us know what it says.
The look on his face. That was classic. So he says to you all, but honestly, I think this is a good thing for you in the long run, assuming that you can weather the storm, which I'm confident that you can. The thing is that I believe that a lot of your allies are still going to be your allies, the people that already know you, like myself. And I think that a lot of these rules and changes and regulations and contract changes aren't going to affect you anyway, since you have the special consultant contractor's license now. So yes, Thyra.
I'm assuming we invited Avery with us to our post mission barbecue trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just wanted to remind everybody that she's here, or they're here.
She's basically like, she's shocked by all the, she's like, I can't believe, and she's like, oh, not him. How did he, I can't believe I had more respect for him than that, you know? And just like some of the
going through all her omails.
Not her omails, you guys show her some of the stuff. And
Oh, Thyra shows every single hate message.
Yeah.
Like, Thyra shows them, like, you know, my, like, get a kick of this, look at this, get good.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna bruise their
Are we
egos.
in the big like party room? Just so I can make sure that I've ordered food for Thyra.
Yes, you are.
And everybody else.
Yes.
Grimbane is like, he's joining you guys for food. He's like, I mean, they don't even know that they don't even, oh, wait a minute. I can't talk about it. Never mind.
Yeah. What they don't know is that half the missions that they've sent us on have devolved quite quickly into things that are fucking horrifying and ways of barely scraped by the skin of our fucking teeth. So it's not my fault that their intelligence is
you're right, 100%, he says.
So,
the thing is you have honestly tackled missions for an equivalent Realm Runners team, an equivalent experienced Realm Runners team. You have, in comparison, you have tackled missions well above your pay grade, so to speak, which is why you've advanced so quickly. The fact that you have made it to, out of character, I believe you guys are at Ruby status now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last I checked was Ruby.
Yeah, I believe the fact that you guys have made Ruby status, I think, has just ruffled a lot of feathers. There's a lot of envy and jealousy out there, and I think that some of the the alpha and beta teams are starting to feel you come on strong and worried that they might get displaced by you. Even though I know that you all have no interest in working for one of the Omega Corps.
Not to mention, don't they know that we have our own special, not our own special, but we have that special contingency where we can't really be aligned to anyone. What does that have to do with them? Other than, of course, their processes are going to change, but we're not after their jobs.
I know it, and you know it, but what are you going to do? I mean...
Merrik.
You know what we could do? We could go like this. Well, if you think you're so fucking tough, have at it then.
Here's the thing. I have seen many, many strong warriors behave in such a way. The only thing you can do is have a little bit of fun.
Sindri, you like to have fun.
Whatever gave you that impression?
I'm just gonna blurt it out because Merrik isn't thinking, because Merrik is a little riled up over this. Like, for sure, he's like, fuck you guys, man, we worked hard. That's not my fault that you guys suck. I don't know, something like changing into Abenaki and trying to scare Thyra. Like,
you say that out loud with Avery there?
Oh, she doesn't know who Abenaki is.
That's true. Do you want to be saying his name out loud with her there?
He's already said it.
Okay.
I mean, someone could cut me off midway. They want.
Haters gonna hate. That's all. That's what Shae has seen on while searching the Oracle.
You know,
haters gonna hate.
You know, I will say, thinking on it, Merrik probably wouldn't say Abenaki, he'd probably say Al. Because that's...
Abernuckle is more likely what he'd say, seeing as that's what he referred to him as when he wasn't there.
I feel like Merrik does have enough tact even, or enough wherewithal to
Now, one more time, what did you say? What was the sentence? Because you're going to cut up.
My initial sentence, or what I just said?
The one about that had Abenaki in it.
Oh, dressing up, or dressing up as Abenaki and trying to scare Thyra. Like in the very beginning when he dressed up like him and ran around and with Echo, like being silly.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel Merrik would truly have the appropriate tact to say like Al rather than Abernathy.
Okay.
But still alluding to that, which could still be bad.
I figured you'd call him Aberknuckle because that's what you were always calling him.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
Oh yeah, Avery wouldn't even ask. She'd be like, "What's he talking about?" But she's just there listening, and so Grimbane also adds in that shoot, what was it? There was a detail that fell out of my head.
They're upset because we've grown in power so quickly.
Yeah.
They have to do more now because we're so good.
You raised the bar.
Yeah, you've raised the bar. That's part of it. Oh, also, he says on a separate note, another thing that's going to be discussed at the summit is some of the intel that you gathered on the Deathstalker. And that's some other rules have come down the pike in regards to him. And effectively, it's going to be, I have it through the grapevine from my network of people that have connections with, that they're intending to, some of these special regulations that are being put in place are meant to help mitigate the potential of devastation from the Deathstalker, and potentially add an extra layer of work to realm runners, because they're going to need to be hyper cognizant, as if they weren't already. But apparently there's some investigative layers on each mission that are going to be added to regular realm runner missions, so that the dragon CEOs can gather more intel about the Deathstalker, now that it's a proven thing. So that's part of it. That's one dimension of it. They don't even know necessarily, it has been kept secret, other than the folks that you might have told, a few folks who do know. And he says, is this something you all are okay with me sharing with Avery?
I don't see a problem.
I look at Avery and go, same rules apply from Haunt Home.
More secret time.
She says, I understand. And then he says, all right, as long as it's okay with you guys. He basically finishes his thought and finishes what he's saying. He says, so Avery, to make it clear, on one of their missions, actually, maybe I'm misremembering, was it publicly known that you guys had encountered the Deathstalker? Right, I didn't think so. Okay, I didn't think so. All right. And Avery didn't know. None of the other people, realm runners you've encountered her.
We haven't told anyone.
Yeah, that was
just.
So then he basically spills the beans and says that this group right here is the only realm runner group that has ever survived an encounter with the Deathstalker, and lived to tell the tale and shared some intel. And she's like, whoa, so the Deathstalker is real? I keep saying she, but they. I tell you what, just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna say she. No, I'm gonna try harder. Avery's like, wait. One thing I'm surprised by, that the Deathstalker is real, but honestly, I'm not surprised that they survived. Did you all actually fight it?
No.
We had no opportunity to.
We did not.
No, we watched the super meaner decimate. Is that the word, decimate? Another realm runner team.
Yes.
I think that's a
Was
good
that
description.
what happened to? She's like
Lee
and those other guys. Yeah. I remember reading about that. That
but here's the problem, though. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry to shatter another worldview of yours. Every one of them had
Committed
various backgrounds.
on the Barbary worlds.
Yeah.
You really
They
Remember when I
It's
stopped
like,
myself
oh yeah, no,
talking about
I saw that in a
killing
news
people
report.
and chopping them up?
She says, yeah, I saw some of that. Not all of them, but I saw some of that on a news report. Like the day before that we went on our mission. Apparently, there's been a leak, and there's an investigation being. I figured you all had known about it, and Grimbane's he's like, I knew there was something I forgot. He's like, I didn't really want to tell you all until you know, because you're getting ready to go on a very dangerous mission, and I didn't want to. He's like, the thing is that there was a leak to journalists from within the Omega Corp somewhere that talked about an investigation into those particular 4 realm runners that were killed, and the investigation had turned up not all of the details on all 4 of them, but some of the details on a few of them, and that more was going forward. And Avery says, yes, that's what I saw too. And he's like, yeah. Since the reason I didn't, I sort of let it slip my mind is it didn't seem like there was really much to it, since not a lot is known. But I do apologize that I didn't discuss with you. I just had other things on my mind, so I apologize.
Yeah, I think it would have made a difference, but apology accepted. But Avery, so the thing is we kind of have a little bit of a running theory, or at least I do, that the Deathstalker is actually after those who are not well aligned.
She's like, what do you mean?
Every single one of those members were criminals in a way.
Even
none
Lee?
of us are. He was the one doing the cutting on the Barbary Worlds.
Wait, the thing that Sindri said? He was...
Yeah, that's what I stopped myself talking about.
He was a serial killer?
Correct.
Yep.
So I always smelled
And
weird.
she names off the other ones. What did the other ones do? Here, let me find it real quick. I believe that was...
Bard was...
The emo lady has something to do with substances.
The Bard was...
The warrior guy has something to do with information.
And the Bard was...
and the Bard was assaulting people.
Couldn't keep it in his pants.
She's like, yeah, a couple of those came to light. I didn't know about Lee though. Wow.
Yeah.
She's like, wow,
that was quite
what a
disappointing.
mind blown. Wow. So your hypothesis is that the Deathstalker only targets realm runners that are lawbreakers, that are evil, have evil intent of some kind?
I mean, because we were running to try and help them, and we were there, but the Deathstalker didn't do anything to us. Or sorry, the super meaner. I call him the super meaner. He didn't do anything to us.
She kind of giggles, super meaner.
He was super mean.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, the legends that I've heard of him, of course, I always thought it was sort of a fairy tale told by the Bureau to keep us in line, to be careful out there, to keep us hypervigilant. But I had no idea that it was really real.
Yeah, and my suspicion of him going after those who are criminals is that there have been other deaths from the Deathstalker where that individual was either isolated from the group and nobody else was killed, or there happened to be one other as because they had assumingly fought him. Either way. So why leave any witnesses? Why not strike us down? He clearly had the ability to do so. We were, needless to say, on death's door at the time.
Oh, really? Was that tough?
Yeah, this is not
we
a
got
fashion
fucked up.
choice. And I indicate to the scar that I got from getting smashed that Merrik decided to keep because he saw Lee die. Now he's irritated about it, but maintains it for its lesson. But anyway, there's a lot of conjecture. Anyway.
So in other words, this beast or monster was able to tear through the other team, and you all were not in a state to be able to fight back, yet it didn't attack you.
Right.
You guys sit on the nose.
What was it like?
Scary.
Terrifying.
She's like, can you be more specific? What did it look like?
Mr. Sindri, can you do your thingy?
Absolutely. Prestigitation of the image of the Deathstalker once again.
She's like, whoa, it's like a man with horns and axes, big axes. Right? Didn't he have horns?
He was moving very fast.
I don't remember the
think
horns.
Some sort of anti-magic field, because he couldn't get recorded on these.
She's
Yeah,
like,
it's got about
anti-magic field? That's a thing? And Grimbane's like,
well, I mean, we only suspect it might be anti-magic. It could, in fact, be anti-orogenic attack, but it stopped functioning or recording once we got within. You said it was like 200 feet, right? I feel like it was 200 feet or 100 feet.
200 feet seems roughly what I remember for how close we got to him.
Yeah, and that's when as we were watching the footage back, that's when that cut out, but we still managed to get closer. But yeah, I mean, what else would we have done? I mean,
wow. She's like,
anyway.
I've seen. Oh, you're right. I guess he doesn't have horns. Wait, no, yeah, he does. Yeah, they curl out of his hood around the back.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I looked at that one.
But you don't necessarily know if those horns are like part of the if it's part of him or if it's part of the armor or whatnot.
Yeah.
She's like,
They're also
what?
They're also probably implementing changes in how they react to deaths on the Barbary worlds, considering how rude and ill-informed they treated us when we arrived back.
She's like,
Treated us like we
I've
were
heard
criminals.
those stories. You had told us about that too, and yeah, that's.
Yeah, they originally thought we killed them.
She's like, that's ridiculous. At the time you all did that, I mean, you all were strong, but that other team was
Stronger.
led by, she mentions the name of
What's
the
his
guy.
face? Who can do that thing?
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, to be fair, they were quite bloody too. So there's also an
they've
element
just gone through
of
a massive fight too. So he definitely picked his time.
yes.
Well, she asks, actually Grimbane pipes in and says, I've been meaning to ask you about this though. I'm curious myself. So did you indicated that they were a bit bloodied and their resources had been diminished. But if you had to compare, were you all more bloodied and used more resources than they had?
Sure, we used more resources than they had.
I'll be honest, we were quite far away.
We were also nearly dead.
Yes.
Yeah, he says, I remember reading that in your report back that you all, each of you had gone down in combat, and that Thyra had to bring you all back.
Yeah. Now, that's not to say that they were not at peak performance, but it was after a arduous battle. So they were diminished in a way. It was not a stand-up fight, and they were ambushed. So it seems like a inappropriate strategy to take on a team individually is the element of surprise, which, I mean, that's how you take down the stronger enemy, right?
It's how I target a realm running team if I had to do it.
And what's the weakest?
There's so many things that I've learned about you all. There's always new layers. How's this?
We did warn you of that.
Well,
anyway,
as I've said before, I swore an oath, and your secrets are safe with me. I'll take them to my.
I heard somewhere that ogres have layers like an onion, so I suppose we're like an ogre. We have layers of knowledge.
She's like, ogres? I haven't heard that before.
You've never watched the movie Chic?
Oh, that one. Yeah, it's a cartoon. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, Chic and Horse, and they go on adventures. Yeah, it's great.
Look at the bird. So she says, well, she says, a toast then to another successful mission and new friendships started and relationships kindled and success in the future.
Is this juice? Okay.
And there, even Grimbane joins in on that toast. He's like, I for one am thrilled to see you guys shake things up. Things have been stagnant within the Realm Runners Association and the Omega Corps for a while, and they've grown. The CEOs have grown fat and lazy, and I think in the long run, as long as you guys can protect yourselves, these changes are going to be a good thing. And I think even for the Realm Runners, they'll ultimately. I mean, if you think about it, any way that we can make the process tighter and more cohesive, and it's going to be good for everyone. So.
And don't forget, Avery, if you ever want to train with Miss Thyra and I, just let us know.
She's like, if it's all right, I will take you up on that. I would like that a lot.
We go to Jim's gym fairly often.
She's like, oh, that's on the other side of town for me, but I'm down. I have my own transportation, so.
So.
I'm quite excited about
quiet at this summit.
I'm quite excited for the summit.
I'm not.
So Grimbane says, yeah, it'll be interesting. You guys, obviously it's not something that I can attend, but I look forward to hearing your stories about what happens there. I'm still going to hold you to that one day that we're going to have a chat about the topics that we can't,
Okay, here's a question, Mr.
the
Grimbane.
personal topics. Yeah. Yeah, what's that, Shay?
So why can't you attend the summit? I mean, you're our fixer, so wouldn't you need to know some of this information too?
True, but I have a lot of enemies.
Oh.
Apparently so do we.
We now.
Yeah. I made a lot of waves back when I was a realm runner, and let's just say I've kind of been banned from official events like that.
Well,
But they let you be a fixer?
I mean, they can't really stop me.
Yeah, I don't think letting
And you
is
still
the
have
correct
access to
term
the
there, Shay.
internet?
He's like, I have sponsors. Sorry, I got a cough going on. I don't know what's going on here. Probably just allergies.
it's unacceptable, Stormy.
I know, right?
My fucking immersion.
What did you say?
I said he's breaking my fucking immersion by coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad audiobook.
No, it's hiccups earlier.
Mr. Grimbane is a retired realm runner, so maybe he smokes now.
Oh, that is
I mean,
actually
technically,
true.
so does Sindri and Merrik.
Yeah.
Regularly. Just put my fingers after casting something.
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
Grimbane says, well, it's I'm sure that they will announce the date and time of the summit. I know that there are a few teams that are obviously out in the field that will be out in the field while the summit's going on. They're going to come back to some interesting news, just like you guys did. But for the most part, all of the teams, at least a representative, if not all of the teams, will be on site for this, including a lot of the freelancers and the subcontractors. Of course, the Omega Corp's management, Realm Runner management teams are all going to be there represented. I highly doubt that any of the Dragon CEOs will be there. But yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
But as you can see, Mr. Grimbane, we made it back from our mission.
Yes, you did. And I've been going through your mission debrief. It looks like you all took on a ghoul hive with an emperor ghoul.
Oh yes, the CEO goal, yes.
He laughs.
I don't think
CEO
I'll
ghoul.
ever not find that funny.
Grimbane finds that funny.
I don't think the Dragon CEOs would find that one funny though. Which makes it more funny.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah, Emperor Gruel. Yeah, that thing was
Oh, the bird did not like him. He went straight for his eyeball. Anyways.
He's like, well, thing is, after this summit is done, it's funny, you're supposed to be lying low and everything, but it seems like something keeps dragging you guys back into the limelight. I think what might be a good idea, I'm gonna, while you guys are at this summit, I'm gonna dig through some of the there have been some older missions that have been on the quest board for a while. That have been kind of just sort of passed over, and because honestly, a lot of the realm runners avoid the longer ones because only the alpha teams can usually tackle those. The beta or alpha teams can tackle those. But I don't know. Looking at this report, it looks like your realm runner timing status has been upgraded from what I can see. So I think you're likely to be able to spend almost a month on the Barbary Worlds. And he's saying this, you can tell he's being very careful about how he says, and he's got a really good poker face, not even looking Avery in the eye when he talks about any of this stuff. And because he obviously knows you're from the Barbary Worlds. And you can tell he wants to ask you if you could actually stay there longer, but he doesn't because Avery's there. And but he says that I'll look for something. There are a few what they call the archived missions, not because they've been given up on, but because they're really challenging and or time consuming, and are typically only handled by beta or alpha teams, and usually even only alpha teams because of the amount of time required. But now that you have kind of are reaching into those heights, I mean, honestly, the fact that you guys have gotten to the point where you can stay on the Barbary Worlds for 25 days, or what did I said it was five times, 25 days. I mean, that's incredible. And I think it'll make a big deal for you. But the point I'm trying to make is that if I can find you something worthwhile, some of these older missions, they take so long, which is, not as lucrative necessarily for the alpha and beta teams. I mean, you basically are effectively competing directly with the beta teams already. The only realm runners that I know of that can stay longer than you all are alpha teams. So you're right on that cusp. And honestly, you've even taken on missions that would have given beta and some alpha teams a hard time. So kudos to you.
Sucks to suck.
What was that?
I enjoy the competition. Oh, I said it sucks to suck. I just quite enjoy the competition of it all.
He's like, well, And he says, I think what I'll look for is a mission that maybe kind of has you deep in a Barbary world for a while, so that things can blow over and, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. I think people will.
Preferably.
Yeah, because honestly, I know that you all have. Can I assume that you all shared with Avery the unique item? Pardon me, Avery, but did you all share the unique item while you were in the field with her that allows you to rest comfortably?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, good. He says, since you have that,
it's the safest place on Haunt Home.
Right. Well, it's the safest place on Progentica too, but obviously, there's a limited time that you can stay there. But if you could be on a Barbary world and have that as a potential buffer as well, being away from here could be good, because most of the Realm Runner teams, even the ones that you've probably gotten some hate mails from, are not bad people. Human beings, sometimes they get emotional about things and they let their fingers do the talking more quickly than they should.
Keyboard barbarian syndrome, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's about right, he said. The thing is that most of them would not actually be any kind of actual threat to you. But you never know. Amongst the Realm Runners, there might be more Lees, you know? So I worry for your safety. It would suck if you guys got ambushed on the streets here in Progentica, you know, by some people looking to get some payback or whatever. Whether you would succeed or not, it could put your licensure in jeopardy, even if you were acting in self-defense, right? Depending on the situation. So you know, the worst case, you know, who knows? The bottom line is I think your next mission should be one that kind of keeps you gone for a while. And just so you know, the reason I'm bringing that up is now that you're working at this tier, that pay cut from coming back soon goes away. So the bottom line is that it's one of those things, once you're doing these high priority missions like this, if you cut them off at the end, then you know, they're not going to charge you a stipend anymore like they used to. So but that doesn't mean you can't still stay the fully allotted time if you choose to. And he says, by the way, obviously I denote here in your mission that you all did a great job for the client. What did you all do? Based upon the timeline, you all nailed the mission very quickly. What did you all do for the rest of the time that you were there? And Avery interrupts at that point and says, Avery, oh, it was wonderful. It was one of the most enjoyable and satisfying experiences that I've ever had as a realm runner. All of this team, all of them in some way, shape, or fashion, jumped in and supported the refugees of the client, and in many different ways, with training and support and just morale, and we got to tell them stories and train them and feed them, and I am just wholeheartedly impressed with the
Speaking of which,
freelancers.
Shae, we must go shopping again to repack your stores.
She's like, Zanima.
Take some from my cut.
Oh yeah, Mr. Merrik, don't forget to
150
pay
grand each.
Avery.
So you two talked over each other. What'd you say, Sindri?
I just said it's 150 grand each, split 5 ways, because I imagine that's what we'd do.
Okay.
Right.
Drink some
I was just saying,
fucking water.
Don't forget to pay Avery.
Right. Hey, Zach.
Oh. Yeah, and right there, just 150. I actually, given the fact that Avery has very clearly demonstrated that they can be trusted, and being like, listen, there's a lot of secrets, you gotta not talk about them, and just her
There.
yeah they're just complete I'm gonna take 25k from my cut, so I'm gonna take 125 and I'm gonna give her 170.
You can do the same for me. If you mention that you do that.
Nope, I just send her 170 or the 175.
I feel like Sindri would need to know that's a thing we could do, if that makes sense.
Well, I think you're very good with the tech too. So like, if you want to do it on the side, because you would all have to, like, the money would have been paid to you guys into your party bank, right? And so you know, you guys splitting it up however you would. Like the I guess we never discussed it, but the Realm Runners Association would have set up a party bank for you all, and of course each of you could have had your own individual banking, you know, account, and you could have them directed however you want. But
Shae's gonna pay Avery back with like baked goods and all sorts of.
You're gonna spoil her, yeah.
Yes.
And so Sindri, if you want to send her over some money from your account, you can.
I'm sticking with Sindri would. He'd be like, I appreciate why someone would tip them, but because it's specifically for keeping the secret, he's not going to think about it. Because he's not hiding anything particularly that he notes in his head. As,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Just for dealing with all the extra shit, there's that. If someone had mentioned that's what they did, he'd be like, oh yeah, absolutely. That's a good reason to do that here.
I see what you're saying.
I say nothing, and I just, since if it's in our joint space, I'm just gonna pull just the whatever's left over of my cut and Avery's, and then I just send the 175. Just
Jay's like,
there you go.
Avery, what's your favorite bread? What's your favorite cake? Favorite cookie?
Thyra is just gonna overtime pair back with a good ass beating in the gym, training.
Yeah, we know what you mean. Yeah.
Allow her to worship you now and again.
No, actually, the more you do that kind of stuff with her, Druid, the more she has less of a hero worship of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because she's connecting more and becoming more like an actual person as opposed to this thing that she puts up on a pedestal.
This is just so I don't forget to say I do this.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point after this, send an email to my guild and just say, I'd like to buy a few rings and items that I can practice enchanting with. Like basically stuff that's just ready to put an enchantment into.
Above table, don't forget, Merrik has bought plenty of just mundane jewelry for the sake of having it.
It's got to be a +1 from what Stormy said previously. So it's got to be a magical item, but not have something in it, is what you said when I was buying that staff.
I did?
Yes.
I thought I indicated that it has to be masterworks, not necessarily magical.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding, just because it was a +1 staff that I bought that was ready for it.
Yeah. So, I think there was just a miscommunication, and I apologize. Because the Masterworks concept doesn't exist in 5e, and so you and I never encountered it when we played Baldur's Gate. And that is basically that you have something that's so finely crafted, they call it Masterworks, and only Masterworks items can be imbued with magic. But a Masterworks item will give you +1 to hit. It just won't give you +1 to damage. And then when you put magic into it, then it'll have a +1 to hit and damage, and then any other imbuement that you put into it.
So in which case, that's what I'd put in my email. I'd request to buy some
Masterworks items,
materials, rings, necklaces, weapons, just to try different stuff.
As far as effectively, each of the items that you would want are going to be roughly 3,000 credits each to get a Masterworks, like a staff or a Masterworks ring or Masterworks, whatever. They're roughly 3,000 credits each. So you just pick how much you want to spend and take that away and do the math, divide that by the, and you'll know how many items that you will have ordered. They say that they have some of those on hand, and they have some practice items that you can just take because they had expected you to be able to they actually had some on hand, brought some on hand so that you could do some practicing. But so we'll say that like 3 of them they provide at no cost to you, and then any more than that, they can easily get their hands on those for you. They might just take a couple of days of shipping. Like Zanima. Only not from
Not a
Zanima.
Wait, Mr. Sindri, Shae has a request if it's possible.
Yes, Shae?
Possible to enchant something? Is it possible to enchant a collar with a disguise spell or alter self spell for this one? So he doesn't have to be on my harness all the time?
I assume so. I don't know until I try, but I can definitely look into that.
Out of curiosity, would it not be maybe easier to adapt the harness and reform the harness into a collar or maybe like a Merrik knows how to describe it. Fate is struggling. It's like, the harness for the leashes where it's just literally like almost looks like a chest plate for like cat or a dog that could replicate possibly looking like a piece of armor, because that's kind of what I've already imagined. It's just got buckles on it. It's just about
I can literally get you.
Safe carrier for cats.
yeah. So perhaps that might be another alternate solution to investigate. Just thoughts.
To hand over the harness for you to play around with, Mr. Sindri. And I'm sure Milo would appreciate it to be able
I'll
to
wait
run around
on
the
taking
gym.
that until I've got a good few of these down first. I don't want to play around with something that we need for the minute.
That makes sense.
Specs.
Gotcha. All right.
Alrighty.
So,
Well, and then with that, we bid Grimbane a good evening. We go to leave, and I go, oh shit, I forgot something, and I run back to Grimbane.
Yes.
Yes. Perhaps when we come back from the summit before our next mission, you can come over and we can discuss things. If you're available.
He's like, I'll clear my schedule.
I will discuss with the rest of the team as well, so that we're all in the same boat, but I figured I know you wanted to ask, and we're away from other prying ears, so...
He says, so can I infer that Avery knows a lot about you, but not that?
Correct. I'm not there.
Yeah, Avery does not know.
I understand.
Avery doesn't know where we were born. But Avery is aware of our talents, and pretty much that. What you see is what Avery knows. So, but yes, is that fair?
Indeed.
Excellent.
I look forward to it,
drink.
he says.
What's your favorite kind of drink?
You would have to ask me a question that I can't answer. Because I don't know shit about alcoholic drinks.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. I said drink.
Smart ass. Yeah, but he's like trying to think.
Grizzled bar owner. He definitely drinks.
Yeah.
I imagine him
wine.
like a cheap beer drinker where you could drink like a 12-pack.
No.
It strikes me as like a Scotch guy, like, on the rocks.
I'm gonna make him sort of the opposite of me. I'm gonna say that he likes like the worst brand whiskey you can imagine, and he likes it by the
Southern
bottle.
Comfort.
He likes it by the bottle, like he just, yeah. He tells you that.
Okay, I will procure some. Faye makes fantastic food. I'm sure you'll love it.
He's like, oh, so conversation and homemade dinner? I'm definitely down.
Yeah, to be fair, she loves to bake very much so. And while why would we not have food when we discuss? That's what we just did. Silly.
He says,
Merrik, the goober's here.
all right. All right. I'll see you then. Good luck at the summit. Don't let them intimidate you.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it. Toodles. And then he walks out.
All right.
Cheerio, mate.
So that is a perfect time for us to wrap up. And then next week, you guys will get to go to the summit and then have your chat with Grimbane.
I'm gonna conveniently forget to tell everybody until like the day before the summit or the morning of, and be like, oh, by the way, Grimbane's coming tomorrow or the next day.
For dinner,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna freak Shae out because she's like, oh my god, what is Mr. Grimbane like? I don't know what Mr. Grimbane likes.
Yeah. Mainly because as I
Probably
come back,
not
I can't
barbecue.
necessarily. Yeah, because as we come back, I'm not going to be like, oh, so by the way, we have a date right in front of Sindri to discuss the blah blah blah. Like, I'm just going to keep, and then Merrik is going to get distracted along the way.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
That's facts.
All right. You guys are amazing. I adore you. Thank you so much. Any, let's see, let's take a look. Who we, you guys go ahead and tell everybody any kind of announcements that you want to or whatnot. And I'll take a look and see who we can raid out to. Got some interesting choices.
That'd be.
Sindri, how soon are we gonna? How soon are you gonna be able to do your move your stuff upstairs? And when are we gonna see you stream again? I just called you Sindri.
Streaming will be next week.
Okay.
As for upstairs, I don't know yet. Because it might not work. It might not be comfortable for me to be up there, but I want to test it because I'm sick to death of humping this computer around.
Yeah, I understand that. Let's see, Druid, we're interviewing Chezicat next week, right? Cool.
Correct.
All right. And StarKitty, Monday stream?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now that launch week is over, my brain is not as scattered.
And Fate, you gonna be online tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna die a lot tomorrow.
Ooh, why is that?
Because I have to fight fucking Clea and that serpent in the sky.
Oh,
and,
you're gonna play more Claire Obscure.
Yeah. So I expect a lot of death tomorrow, or expedition failed, or I could absolutely just shit up. Who knows? It'll be fun though.
This bird's face is up against BT's face right now. Like, look at her.
They can't.
I was telling you.
Oh, she looks like she's in prison. Because I see the bars of the door of her cage open, and I see beyond that.
Prison burb. So for the record as well, I will spend 33 grand on buying items.
What? How many are you getting?
I know what it was.
10.
10?
Yeah.
2 balls,
10 additional added to the 3? So
11.
like 13?
So it's 11 items on top of the 3.
Yeah, 11 on top of it. Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
I want some in case things go wrong.
I just had to find it.
I don't know what's going to happen when an enchantment fails.
I don't know how.
So I will say one thing before we wrap up, that the folks at the the guild say, oh wow, do you really? I mean, do you need that many? Because even if you know, you don't need that many. Is what I'm trying to say. You can get half that and be fine.
But my actual thoughts were, if I try casting something like, I don't know, let's try and enchant this with Fireball. Could go badly, and I just cast Fireball right on top of that staff.
Okay, that's true. All right. That could be a fun role-playing session. I'm looking forward to that. All right. I'm assuming you're gonna do it in the guild.
Oh.
All right. Bye, guys.
Well, guilds
See y'all
are
later.
on mission.
Love you all. Bye.